Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Tonight, I invite you to settle in, breathe softly, and allow your mind to drift into a long, peaceful journey, one shaped by calm waters, ancient dreams, and gentle storytelling. Before we begin, if you'd like to support this soothing channel, subscribing truly means a lot. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for giving yourself this moment to relax. Now, let's take a slow breath together. Inhale and exhale, letting your thoughts melt like warm, light sinking into calm ocean waves. Tonight, we travel to a place whispered through myths, carried through legends, imagined by philosophers, and dreamed of by countless generations. Atlantis. Not as a tale of catastrophe or fear, but as a serene journey into a world of harmony, beauty, and ancient peace. Imagine yourself floating gently above a quiet sea at twilight. The sky glows with soft hues of rose, blue, and fading gold. The air carries a warm breeze that brushes lightly across your skin, and the gentle sound of waves echoes like a distant lullaby. The ocean feels endless, calm, and comforting. A perfect mirror reflecting the last colors of the day as you drift. The clouds overhead slowly open, revealing the first stars of the evening. They shimmer faintly at first, just tiny pinpricks of silver light, then brighten as the sun continues to descend, as though the sky is slowly waking up while the world below it settles into deep rest. Your body relaxes, your breath lengthens, your mind opens to the gentle possibility of a story that takes place far beyond the edge of recorded history, a story older than the oldest stone, older than the oldest myth, and carried not through texts, but through imagination. That quiet place where truth and dream blend into one at Atlantis. Tonight, we explore it not as a lost tragedy, not as a catastrophic ruin swallowed by the sea, but as a warm memory of a civilization that might have thrived in calm, quiet brilliance, a place shaped by balance, wisdom, and the gentle rhythm of life lived close to the water. Let your breath fall into sync with that rhythm, in and out, soft and slow. Below you, through the soft glow of twilight, the ocean deepens into a rich, soothing blue. The waves begin to soften even more, smoothing into slow-motion ripples that glide outward like rings of silk. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the ocean whispering, a low, ancient hum vibrating lightly beneath the surface. This is where the story begins as you drift closer to the horizon. The sea begins to change, a shimmer of pale turquoise emerges beneath the water, glowing faintly like light rising from beneath the world. The closer you float, the brighter the glow becomes. Not harsh, not dramatic, but warm and welcoming, like the soft lantern light of a distant home guiding you gently through the dusk. You hover above it, slowly descending as the water clears, and there, just beneath the surface, you see shapes forming, curved marble structures, rounded plazas, long avenues, shaped like spirals, pillars carved with flowing patterns, open squares arranged in circles like ripples spreading from the center of a single drop, gardens of coral and stone, glowing faintly as if illuminated from within, and all of it alive with a calm that feels older than memory. Atlantis, the quiet version, the peaceful vision, the one untouched by disaster, the one whispered of in stories told long before fear was ever attached to the name. As the tide pulls back, the city slowly rises. Not physically, not literally, but through your understanding, your imagination, and your gentle willingness to float into a world built not of facts, but of calm possibility. Let yourself sink deeper into the feeling. Imagine stepping onto a wide, smooth platform of pale stone, still warm from the fading sun. A soft breeze drifts across it, carrying faint scents of sea salt, fresh leaves, and warm mineral air. The stones under your feet feel ancient yet, alive, as though they've been shaped by countless years of gentle tides washing back and forth. You begin walking slowly, unhurried. Every step echoes softly, blending into the breeze and the distant hum of twilight insects singing in low, soothing tones around you. Tall marble columns rise into the warm sky. Their surfaces are carved with patterns that flow like water, spirals, waves, branching lines, curves that resemble the paths of birds in flight. The designs feel organic, not forced. You sense that the people of Atlantis carved not to impress, but to reflect the beauty they saw in nature as you continue forward. The path curves gently, leading you toward the center of the city. There is no sharp angle here, no rigid structure. Everything is soft, circular, flowing. Buildings rise like gentle hills, rounded at the edges, reflecting the shapes of shells, tides, and the arcs of the moon. This city was built from an understanding of balance, a desire to live with the world, not over it. Your breathing slows as the path opens into a wide circular plaza. A shallow pool rests at its center, filled with still water that reflects the sky so clearly it almost feels like a portal to another world. Small floating lanterns drift across its surface, each glowing warmly, casting soft halos of gold that ripple gently with the slightest movement. Around the pool, people, calm silhouettes of the past, move with quiet purpose. They speak softly, laugh softly, live softly. There is no rush, no frantic pace, no noise that pulls the mind away from peace. Atlantis, at least in this dreamlike telling, is a place built on harmony, a place where wisdom is quiet, progress is calm, and beauty is woven into every stone. You walk farther, climbing a slow spiral path that circles upward at the top. The city stretches in every direction. Rings of marble, gardens overflowing with green and gold leaves, waterways glowing with reflections of lanterns and stars. The ocean surrounds everything, embracing the city like a protective arm. Up here, the wind is soft and cool as it brushes across your face, rustling your hair, carrying with it the deep, soothing rhythm of distant waves. Your mind drifts deeper. Your breath grows slower. Your eyes feel heavy. This is how Atlantis lives, not as a tragedy but as a peaceful world preserved through memory and imagination. A world where the night sky is clear and bright. A world where the ocean's breath is gentle and steady. A world where you can rest as the stars multiply across the sky. Their reflections shimmer in perfect alignment on the still pools and quiet canals. The entire city seems to float, not on water alone, but on tranquility itself. And now, as you stand at this height, the calm washes over you completely. You feel peaceful, present, settled, safe. Take one more deep breath in and out, soft and slow. Atlantis awaits the next chapter of its quiet story. Take a slow breath, feel your body soften, and allow your thoughts to drift like gentle waves moving across a calm, moonlit sea. You are returning to Atlantis now, not hurriedly, not abruptly, but with the slow, steady rhythm of a peaceful tide coming home to shore. The sky above you has deepened into a velvety, tranquil blue. Stars shimmer like tiny pieces of crystal scattered across the heavens, and below, the city of Atlantis glows with a soft, otherworldly light. Warm golds, pale blues, quiet whites, all blending together like the colors of a dream you don't want to wake from. You begin walking along a smooth stone pathway, still warm from the day's sunlight. Each step is light, almost weightless, as if the air here gently lifts you with every movement. The soft hum of distant water echoes gently through the city, water flowing through carved channels, water reflecting the starlight, water shaping the heartbeat of Atlantis itself. The Atlanteans believed that water held memory, that each ripple carried whispers of the past, and each wave carried hopes for the future. As you walk, you feel that memory around you, like a quiet presence following you through the night. The pathway curves gradually, guiding you toward a wide terrace overlooking the center of the city. There, a vast circular basin of water shimmers softly, dotted with floating lanterns that drift in slow, graceful circles. Their glow creates ripples of light that move outward in perfect patterns, like concentric rings drawn by an invisible hand. You pause at the terrace's edge, resting your hands lightly on the smooth stone railing. The air is warm and carries the faintest scent of jasmine and sea salt that fills your chest with a deeper calm, a sense that your breathing is syncing with the slow rhythm of the ancient city in the distance. You hear the soft murmur of voices, Atlanteans speaking in gentle tones, their language fluid and melodic, full of round vowels and quiet consonants that sound like waves rolling over sand. Even their conversations seem designed to soothe the mind rather than stir it. You descend a spiral walkway that leads directly to the central basin. Your steps are cushioned by the perfectly smooth stone beneath your feet as you reach the water's edge. You see a group of Atlantean scholars seated on low, curved benches arranged around the pool. They are not debating or arguing. Instead, they speak slowly, thoughtfully, as if each idea is a delicate object that must be held gently. Their robes flow around them in soft folds, dyed in hues of deep teal and muted gold. The fabric seems to shimmer faintly in the lantern light, reflecting the elegant simplicity of their culture. One scholar traces a pattern in the air with her hand, a glowing shape that hovers like a constellation made of soft blue light. The others nod slowly, studying it with serene interest. Their knowledge is not rigid. It is fluid, alive, ever-changing, just like the world they live in. You continue walking, drifting past them, as their voices fade into a soft, distant harmony. Beyond the scholars, a long avenue stretches outward, illuminated by softly glowing orbs placed at regular intervals along the pathway. The light they cast is not harsh. It feels diffused, gentle, almost like moonlight made tangible. You walk along the avenue, listening to the faint sounds of water trickling through channels carved into the stone beneath your feet. The channels are lined with small crystals that catch the light, sending shimmering reflections up onto nearby walls. Atlantean engineers understood water deeply, how it flowed, how it carried energy, how it could be shaped to support life rather than dominate it. Their entire city was a symphony of architecture and water, each element balanced carefully with the other. As you move deeper into the heart of Atlantis, you come upon a garden unlike anything you've seen before. A sanctuary enclosed by tall, curved stone structures that resemble the inside of a seashell. The walls seem to glow faintly, as if illuminated by sunlight trapped within the stone. Inside the garden, tall plants with soft blue leaves sway slowly, even though no wind is present. Their movement is subtle, rhythmic, hypnotic. Small spheres of glowing pollen drift lazily through the air, dancing in slow spirals before disappearing into the shadows. A narrow path winds through the garden, and as you walk along it, you notice how peaceful everything feels. The sounds are gentle. A faint chime-like ringing when certain leaves brush together. A quiet hum from crystalline flowers opening for the night. The distant murmur of water echoing from a nearby channel. You find a stone bench half hidden beneath a canopy of pale, shimmering blossoms. You sit down, letting your body rest completely. The stone is cool, calming, grounding. You feel your heartbeat slow, your muscles release, and your mind soften into the serene atmosphere. For a long moment, you simply exist, breathing, listening, feeling the ancient tranquility of Atlantis settle into your bones. When you rise, you follow another pathway that leads out of the garden and into a more open area. Here, a wide canal splits the city into two circular segments. Bridges arc gracefully over the water, their surfaces carved with patterns that mimic tidal flows and constellations. Gondola-like vessels drift silently across the canal. They are crafted from a dark, polished material that seems to drink in the starlight. The rowers move with slow, deliberate motions, each stroke of their oars smooth and silent, sending only the slightest ripple across the calm water. You step onto one of the bridges and pause in the center. From here, the view is breathtaking. Rings upon rings of glowing structures, gardens blooming beneath moonlight, waterways reflecting. The sky so perfectly that it feels as though the city floats between two heavens. This is Atlantis at night. Not lost, not destroyed, but alive in ancient memory and quiet imagination, a civilization built not for conquest, but for harmony. You follow the bridge to the far side of the canal and continue walking until you reach a circular platform that overlooks the outer rings of the city. From here, the ocean stretches out in every direction. Calm, endless, dark and soothing small islands, the lagoon, each one illuminated by clusters of glowing crystals. They drift like tiny constellations scattered across the water's surface as you stand on the platform. A soft breeze finally reaches you. The first true wind of the night, it carries with it the deep, ancient scent of the ocean, salt, warmth, and mystery all mixed together. You inhale deeply and exhale slowly, letting the scent pull you into an even deeper calm in the distance. Faint lights shimmer along the horizon. Lights that might belong to distant Atlantean outposts, or simply reflections of stars resting on the water. The people of Atlantis believed that their city existed in perfect balance with the world around them, between sky and sea, between day and night, between spirit and stone. As you stand beneath the starlit sky, you feel that balance resonate within you. Your mind becomes clearer, your breath more natural, your body lighter, as though the city itself is guiding you into a deeper state of peaceful awareness. The night grows, warmer and darker, yet the city never dims. Atlantis glows like an ember, steady, gentle, eternal. And as your eyes grow heavy and your breathing slows even more, you realize that the journey has only just begun. There are layers to this place, stories hidden within its quiet corridors, wisdom woven into its stones, and dreams resting beneath its waters. Take a slow, gentle breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, letting your shoulders release, your jaw soften, and your whole mind sink into a warm, calm drift. You're returning once more to Atlantis, not as a visitor passing through, but as someone slowly becoming part of the quiet pulse of this ancient, dreamlike world. The night is still, the stars soft and silver, the air warm like silk resting against your skin. You're walking along a path that curves gracefully around the inner ring of the city. The stones beneath your feet glow faintly, reacting to your steps as though sensing your presence. Each footstep leaves a temporary shimmer, a pale light that gently fades behind you like ripples smoothing back into stillness. In the distance, the soft hum of Atlantean energy crystals vibrates through the air. A calming sound, low and melodic, almost like a quiet, sustained note from a long-forgotten instrument. These crystals are woven into the architecture throughout the city, not used as tools of power or control, but as sources of balance. Their glow keeps the air warm at night, keeps the water in gentle motion, keeps the city alive with a quiet heartbeat. Tonight, you begin to explore Atlantis not just as a city, but as a living culture. A place where every person, every structure, every pathway has a purpose rooted not in dominance, but in harmony. As you continue walking, the path widens and leads you toward another garden sanctuary, larger than the one you visited before and filled with plants that glow with deeper hues, warm ambers, lush emeralds, gentle lavender sparks shimmering along the veins of the leaves. The light here doesn't feel artificial. It feels alive, like the plants themselves are breathing, exhaling small waves of color into the night. You walk between tall arch-like trees whose branches curve overhead, forming natural vaults like the ceilings of ancient temples. Their leaves rustle gently, producing a sound like soft, whispering wind chimes. As you go deeper, you see Atlantean healers, figures dressed in flowing robes of pale aqua and moonlit silver, moving slowly among the plants. They tend to them with delicate touches, whispering to them in the old Atlantean tongue, a language shaped by long, sweeping syllables and soft harmonics. These healers believe that plants respond to intention. When they care for them with peaceful thought, the plants glow brighter, grow stronger, and release scents that help calm the mind. You pause to breathe deeply, letting the aroma of the garden sink into your senses. Notes of warm fruit, soft minerals, drifting sea air, and something ancient and sweet, like amber warmed by sunlight. The scent relaxes your shoulders, loosens the muscles in your neck, and helps your entire body settle into a slower rhythm. You can feel the last remnants of tension dissolving like mist. Eventually, you step out of the garden and follow a path that leads you toward the residential rings, the living quarters of Atlantis, arranged in delicate spirals that mirror the natural currents of the ocean. Atlantean homes are round, soft-edged structures built of smooth stone and crystalline materials that catch the starlight. Their windows are tall and curved, their interiors glowing with warm lantern light that spills gently onto the pathways. From some windows you see silhouettes moving calmly, families gathering for evening meals, sharing quiet conversations, preparing for the peaceful rest that comes with night. There are no harsh shadows here, no bright flames, no smoke. The illumination is diffused and warm, as though the entire city is lit by embers of an eternal sunset. A group of children sits near a fountain, their soft laughter blending with the gentle splash of water. They're tracing shapes in the air, symbols that glow briefly before fading away like fireflies. Their movements are slow and graceful, like they're painting music in the night that I am Atlantis. Children are taught from an early age that imagination is a gift, not something to outgrow. They learn that the world responds to their thoughts, their intentions, their inner calm. Play is slow and meaningful, focused on harmony rather than competition. You continue deeper into the residential ring until you reach a large circular plaza. In its center stands a tall, spiraling tower of pale stone and shining mineral veins. The structure seems almost organic, as if it grew from the earth rather than being built. This is the House of Knowledge, where the Atlanteans store their wisdom, not in books, not in scrolls, but in memory crystals. These crystals can hold sounds, images, thoughts, dreams that a lifetime of knowledge can be stored within a single shard. You approach the entrance, a wide archway adorned with carvings of waves and constellations. A gentle glow pulses within, calling you inside. The moment you step through, a cool breeze washes over you. The interior is vast, its ceiling rising high like the interior of a glowing cavern. Pillars shaped like spiraling shells support the space. Soft streams of light flow down from crystalline fixtures embedded in the ceiling, creating glowing columns of gold and blue that illuminate the chamber. Atlantean scholars sit in small groups, their voices barely above whispers. They hold crystals between their palms, eyes closed, breathing slowly. The crystals release gentle pulses of light, matching the rhythm of their breath. You watch as one scholar opens his eyes and lowers the crystal, which now glows steadily in a deep violet tone. Another scholar takes it, holds it close to her forehead, and closes her eyes. The light from the crystal softens, taking on the color of moonlit lavender. In Atlantis, knowledge is not something chased or argued over. It is something shared, passed gently from one mind to another, like a candle transferring its flame without losing its own light. You continue walking through the chamber until you reach a smaller alcove. Here, quiet pools of water reflect the soft glow of the crystals. Atlanteans sit beside these pools in meditation, their reflections merging with the water's shimmering surface. You sit beside one of the pools, feeling the cool, smooth stone beneath you. The water is perfectly still, so calm that it reflects the ceiling with crystal clarity. Your reflection joins theirs, becoming part of the tranquil scene. You watch the ripples slowly fade back into stillness, and as you do, something in you shifts. A sense of grounding, a sense of presence, a sense that Atlantis is slowly teaching you its way of being. When you stand again, you exit the House of Knowledge and follow a new path that leads toward the outer rings. The air grows cooler, the sound of the ocean grows louder, and the city begins to open into broader spaces. You reach a large aqueduct-like structure, but instead of water flowing above, soft streams of glowing liquid light run through carved channels. These channels carry energy throughout the city, a gentle, renewable force drawn from the ocean's natural heat and motion. Atlanteans discovered long ago that the planet itself breathes energy, and in their wisdom, they learned how to guide it gently rather than force it. This energy warms their homes, lights their pathways, powers their small machines that help lift stones and move goods. The hum of the channels vibrates through your chest, soothing, steady, grounding that it's like standing inside the heartbeat of the world. You follow the glowing pathways until the structures around you give way to a long balcony built over the open sea. The waves roll gently, glowing faintly as they catch the light from the city. A group of Atlantean astronomers stands here, gazing at the sky through polished crystal lenses mounted on quiet, elegant mechanisms. Their hair moves lightly in the breeze, their robes flowing like liquid silver. You watch them align their instruments with the stars. They move slowly, with purpose, without urgency. Their focus is soft yet precise, as though they are listening to the stars rather than looking at them. The Atlanteans believed the heavens were a map of possibility, that by observing the night sky, they could understand their own inner world more deeply. Every constellation carried meaning. Every shift in the heavens mirrored the shifting tides of human thought. You stand beside them, eyes lifting to the glittering sky. The stars seem brighter here, closer, as if the veil between worlds is thinner in Atlantis. The astronomers whisper softly to each other, measuring the position of a cluster of stars that glow in a deep, violet tone. Their movements are slow, like a ritual performed countless times across generations. Eventually, one of them turns toward you, offering a calm smile, then returns to his work. There is no fear in their eyes, no suspicion, only quiet understanding, as though they recognize your presence as part of the night's natural rhythm. As the hours pass, you continue exploring the outer ring, absorbing the peaceful glow of the city, the steady hum of its energy channels, and the warm weight of the ocean. Scented air. Everywhere you walk, Atlantis feels alive. Not bustling, not chaotic, but breathing, thrumming with a peaceful intelligence that invites your body to relax and your mind to quiet. Your steps become slower. Your breath grows deeper. Your eyes soften as fatigue gives way to tranquility. The night deepens around you, but the city never dims. It glows like a constellation resting gently on the sea. Your journey tonight has taken you through gardens, homes, halls of knowledge, energy pathways, and starlit balconies, each one revealing a little more of what Atlantis truly is. A world built on serenity, harmony, and timeless wisdom. And as your breathing settles into a calm, steady rhythm, you sense that the story is expanding, that there are deeper mysteries waiting in the next chapter. Take a slow breath, let your chest rise gently, and exhale even more slowly, feeling your whole body melt into a calm, heavy softness. Tonight, you continue your quiet journey into Atlantis, not rushing, not searching, simply allowing the city to reveal itself to you in its own slow, peaceful rhythm. You find yourself walking along a softly glowing causeway that leads away from the main ring of the city. The stones beneath your feet hum faintly, carrying the gentle pulse of Atlantean energy through the ground. Each step feels lighter than the last, as though the pathway is subtly lifting you forward, carrying you with a quiet, reassuring ease. The ocean stretches out on either side, calm, deep, shimmering with streaks of bioluminescent turquoise. Small waves brush against the lower foundations of the walkway, creating a rhythmic, lulling sound. A slow, steady whisper that feels like the heartbeat of the world. Ahead, the causeway leads to a small island just beyond the main rings. This is where the Temple of Memory stands, a place the Atlanteans built to preserve not knowledge, but experience. Every emotion, every triumph, every loss, every moment of deep connection was honored here like a sacred thread in the tapestry of existence. As you approach the island, you feel the air shift, cooler, lighter, almost shimmering. The hum of the energy beneath the walkway becomes softer, more subtle, as if the island itself is holding its breath, waiting for you to enter. The temple rises from the ground like a structure carved from moonlight. Its walls are tall, curved, smooth, made of pale crystal stone that glows softly from within. Not bright, never bright, just a warm, comforting radiance like the light of a lantern through silk. You step inside. The interior is vast, but empty of heavy decoration. Atlantean design is always elegant, always purposeful, never cluttered. Tall pillars curve upward into arches that meet at a domed ceiling, where faint constellations are etched in glowing lines that gently shift as, though breathing. The center of the chamber holds a broad, circular pool, still, mirror-like, reflecting the entire temple upside down. You walk toward it, your footsteps echoing softly across the polished stone floor. A group of Atlantean keepers sits around the pool, their robes flowing like liquid gold in the dim light. They hold small memory crystals in their hands, crystals that shimmer with colors reflecting the emotions stored within them. One crystal pulses with warm amber light, joy. Another glows, in gentle blue, compassion. Another flickers with deep green, healing. Another shimmers in soft silver, remembrance. The keepers place the crystals gently along the edge of the pool, where each one's light spreads across the water like ink blooming through silk. You sit near the water, feeling the serenity of the space settle into your breath. The air smells faintly of warm stone, sea breeze, and something sweet, a soft, drifting scent like wildflowers that bloom only at night. A keeper approaches you, their steps silent on the stone. They offer you a small crystal, pale lavender, glowing like moonlit mist. They place it softly in your hands, their touch light and warm. Then they return to their place without speaking, as silence is the language of this temple. You hold the crystal gently, feeling it warm slowly against your palm. As it warms, a soft vibration moves through it. Not strong, not unsettling, just enough to let you know it's alive with memory. Images drift into your mind, not forced, not sharp, but soft and dreamlike. A field of tall golden reeds blowing in a warm wind, Atlantean children laughing as they run through the reeds, their hands brushing the tops of the stalks. The sky overhead glowing with a sunset so bright it looks like liquid fire. The feeling of belonging, of being held by the world, of being at peace. The memory settles gently, like a feather drifting onto still water, then fades back into the crystal. You place it back on the edge of the pool, where it joins. The others, its lavender light reflecting across the water with quiet grace. The temple feels timeless, as though you could stay here forever. But the Atlanteans believe memories should be honored, not held too tightly. So you rise again, letting the calm wash through you as you leave. Outside, the night air greets you with a soft, warm breeze, carrying the scent of the ocean. The causeway stretches before you, but instead of returning to the city, you turn toward a smaller path winding around the island's edge. This path leads to one of Atlantis's most sacred places, the Hall of Resonance, where sound itself is shaped, studied, and transformed into healing. As you walk, you hear faint tones drifting through the air, long, low notes that vibrate gently, like the distant echo of a deep instrument made of crystal. The sound wraps around you, soft and soothing, slowing your breath even further. The hall appears as a series of circular structures built into the side of a cliff. Open archways reveal chambers where Atlantean sound weavers sit with crystalline instruments, their movements slow and graceful. Inside the main chamber, you see a wide circular stage at the center. Around it are concentric terraces filled with cushions and soft woven mats. Atlanteans sit quietly here, eyes closed, letting the sounds wash over them like waves. You take a seat at the edge of the chamber, settling into the softness beneath you. Your body relaxes immediately, as though the cushion breathes beneath you, supporting you in just the right way. A soundweaver steps onto the center platform, holding a crystalline rod shaped like a long, slender tuning fork. They strike it gently against a stone base, and the chamber fills with a deep, resonant hum that vibrates through your chest. The sound feels healing, like it's smoothing the rough edges of your mind, quieting stray thoughts, loosening the last bits of tension in your shoulders and neck. Another soundweaver joins, playing a bowl-shaped instrument that releases long, shimmering tones. The harmonics rise and fall like gentle waves, each one rolling softly through your body. The hall seems to breathe with the sound. The air vibrates gently. The walls glow faintly. Even the floor feels warm beneath you. This is how Atlanteans heal the mind, with vibrations that align breath, thought, and emotion into a single peaceful rhythm. You feel your heartbeat slowing, matching the pulse of the music. Your eyelids grow heavy. Your thoughts drift freely, like leaves floating on the surface of a calm lake. The sound weaving continues for what feels like a long time, but also no time at all. A kind of timeless calm that wraps around you like a blanket. Eventually, the tones soften, fading gently into silence. The silence is not empty. It is full, warm, comforting, like the quiet after a long, cleansing rain. You rise slowly, your body light, your mind quiet, your breath smooth. Leaving the hall, you return to the shoreline, where the ocean glows softly beneath the moonlight. Each wave rolls in with a silver gleam, then fades into darkness again, like the city is breathing along with the sea. You walk along the water's edge, feeling the sand beneath your feet, soft, warm, almost velvety. The sand glows faintly under the moonlight, sparkling with tiny luminous minerals. Eventually, you sit down at the water's edge. The waves lap gently near your feet. Their rhythm is slow and soothing as a lullaby. Above you, the stars shine brighter than ever. Somewhere beyond them lies the future of Atlantis' story. A story you will continue to explore, slowly, peacefully, one gentle night at a time. Take a deep, calming breath, feel your shoulders soften, and let your whole body melt gently into a warm, quiet heaviness. Tonight, you continue your slow journey through Atlantis, moving deeper into the city's hidden heart, where ancient knowledge, soft light, and peaceful rituals shape a world unlike any other. As the night settles over Atlantis, the city glows with a dreamlike radiance. Soft blue lamps line the canals, casting ripples of light across the water. Crystal towers shimmer like distant stars. The hum of Atlantean energy flows through the streets, gentle, warm, and deeply soothing. You walk slowly along a curved path that follows the outer ring of the city. The stones beneath your feet are cool and smooth, etched with faint swirling patterns that glow softly in the moonlight. The path leads you toward a district rarely visited by travelers, a place known as the Library of Echoes, where the Atlanteans preserved not just words, but sound, light, memory, and imagination. As you approach the library, the architecture shifts subtly. The buildings become rounder, softer, built with flowing lines that curve like waves, and then you see it. A vast spherical structure, half crystal, half smooth stone, resting above the water as lightly as a floating lantern. The Library of Echoes stands before you. A wide archway opens into the interior. Warm golden light pours out from within, inviting you to enter with slow, quiet steps as soon as you step inside. The air changes, cooler, lighter, filled with a faint echo as though the building itself is humming a soft, welcoming note. Atlantean scholars move gently between towering crystal shelves. Their robes shimmer faintly, their footsteps silent on the polished floor. The entire space feels calm, as though every sound is softened by an unseen hand. You pause to take in the sheer beauty of the library. Its ceiling rises high above you, curving into a glowing dome where lines of light drift and swirl like constellations. Each glowing line represents a thought, an idea, a memory, preserved and allowed to float freely above the city's greatest sanctuary of knowledge. A soft voice speaks beside you. Welcome. You may explore anything your spirit is ready to know. The speaker is an Atlantean keeper, an elderly woman with gentle eyes and long silver hair braided with threads of light. She moves slowly, with the ease of someone who has spent a lifetime surrounded by quiet wisdom. She leads you deeper into the library, past shelves made not of wood or stone, but of shimmering crystalline strands. Each strand holds a memory sphere, round, glowing, palm-sized, containing entire lifetimes of experience. She gestures toward one sphere glowing softly with a pale golden light. This holds the memories of Atlantis before the Great Expansion. Would you like to see? You nod. She lifts the sphere gently, and light spreads across the room like a slow sunrise. The world around you shifts, and suddenly, you are standing on an early shore of Atlantis, long before the grand rings were built. The vision is soft, not overwhelming, not too vivid, just gentle and quiet, like a distant dream. You see the first settlers arriving by boat, their sails white against the sky. They step onto the untouched sand, smiling, their faces warm with hope. The wind carries the clean scent of the ocean. Birds circle overhead. The land is empty, peaceful, waiting. You feel the quiet joy of beginnings, of building a life from nothing, of trusting the earth beneath your feet, of feeling the future open before you like a long, sunlit path. Slowly, the vision fades. You return to the library, the crystal sphere dimming softly in the keeper's hand. She sets it back on its shimmering shelf. Atlantis honors every beginning, she says softly, even the smallest. You walk deeper into the library, where the shelves give way to a wide circular room, and in the center stands a tall column of transparent crystal, pulsing with a deep, soothing blue light. This is the echo column, the keeper explains. It preserves the heartbeat of Atlantis. You approach the column, feeling the gentle pulse vibrate in the air around you. As you place your hand against the cool surface, you feel it. A calm, steady beat, slow and powerful, as though the entire city breathes through this one silent rhythm. It aligns with your heartbeat, slowing it, softening it, bringing your body into deep, peaceful harmony. You close your eyes. Your breathing becomes long and smooth, your body warm and heavy, your thoughts quiet and unhurried. When you open your eyes again, the room feels even softer, as though the world has settled into a deeper calm. The keeper leads you to the far side of the library, where a small chamber opens onto a glowing terrace overlooking the sea. You may rest here, she says gently. Many do. You step onto the terrace. The view is breathtaking. The ocean shimmers in layers of blue and silver. The moon hangs low above the horizon, casting soft light across the water. Faint music rises from somewhere in the distance. A slow, gentle melody played on Atlantean crystal instruments. A warm breeze moves across your skin. Your shoulders soften. Your breath deepens. You sit on a cushion of woven sea silk, so soft it feels like a cloud beneath you. The world is quiet. The air is warm. The ocean whispers. softly against the shore below. Time stretches, slows, dissolves. You could stay here forever, wrapped in calm, held by light, carried by the gentle pulse of Atlantis. After a long while, the keeper returns, her footsteps as soft as drifting sand. "There is more for you to see," she says. Atlantis opens slowly to those who listen. You rise, feeling lighter, as though the calm has settled into your bones as you walk back through the library. The glowing spheres flicker softly, each one holding a lifetime of calm waiting to be explored. You step outside. The night air wraps around you like warm silk. The city glows softly in the distance, its lights reflected in the quiet water. You walk along the canal, your footsteps gentle, your breath slow and peaceful. Take a slow, deep breath, feel your chest rise gently, and let everything inside you soften, like warm sand slowly settling at the bottom of a quiet sea. You are still in Atlantis, still wrapped in its glowing night, still drifting slowly through a world built on harmony, memory, light, and the quiet pulse of the ocean. After leaving the Library of Echoes, you walk along a softly curving canal. Small waves brush against smooth stone embankments, creating a delicate sound, almost like fingertips tapping, lightly on glass. The reflections shimmer on the water's surface. Soft gold from lanterns, deep blue from crystal lamps, and silver white from the moon drifting high overhead. Your path leads toward another district of the city, one you have not yet explored. The Atlanteans call it the Gardens of Stillness. As you approach, you notice how the air changes, becoming cooler, smoother, almost velvety. The sounds of the city fade into a calm hushes, though you are stepping into a dream within a dream. Tall crystal arches mark the entrance. Between them hang long curtains of soft, flowing vine-like plants, whose leaves glow faintly with calming blue light. You brush your fingers gently against them as you pass, and feel a delicate warmth spread through your palm, as though the plants themselves carry peaceful energy. Inside, the garden opens wide around a central lagoon. Floating lotus-like flowers glow with pale gold light, casting slow-moving ripples across the water. Stone walkways curl between small pools and patches of glowing grass. Everything is quiet, gentle, timeless. A group of Atlantean caretakers moves slowly through the gardens, attending to the plants with precise, graceful motions. They wear robes woven with threads of silver that catch the moonlight as they move. One caretaker notices you and gestures for you to follow. They guide you down a winding path, past clusters of tall, soft-barked trees, whose trunks hum faintly with a steady, comforting vibration. The caretaker stops before a circular clearing where a low, round structure sits partially submerged in calm water. "This is the Chamber of Breath," they say softly, their voice carrying a soothing warmth. Many who enter Atlantis come here to learn how to quiet the currents of the mind. They open the door, and you step inside. The chamber is dim, lit only by faint lines of glowing blue etched into the walls. The air is warm and still, like the inside of a shell gently held against your ear. In the center of the room stands a low stone pedestal with a crystal bowl resting atop it. Steam rises from the bowl in soft, drifting curls. The steam glows faintly, not bright, just a gentle radiance like moonlight clinging to mist. You kneel beside the bowl, feeling the warm vapors brush your face. "Breathe," the caretaker whispers, their voice drifting like a breeze. You inhale slowly, and the warm, fragrant air fills your chest, loosening tension you didn't know you were holding. The scent is unlike anything you've ever known. A blend of ocean salt, soft herbs, and something sweet and ancient, like the memory of sunlight on stone. The vibration in the walls grows slightly stronger, not loud, not overwhelming, just enough to guide each breath into a slow, steady rhythm. In and out, time begins to blur again. Your mind drifting, your body sinking into a deep, peaceful softness. When the steam fades, the caretaker touches your shoulder gently. You rise slowly, your body warm and relaxed, your breath light and unconcerned. They guide you back outside, into the quiet glow of the garden. Here, you encounter something new. A broad, flat stone circle surrounded by pools of still water. Atlanteans sit along its edge with their hands placed lightly on the stone, their eyes closed, their expression serene. This is a place of emotional balancing, the caretaker explains softly. Atlantis believes that the heart must be in harmony for the mind to find rest. You sit beside them, placing your hand on the stone that a soft warmth spreads beneath your fingertips. Rippled, gentle, like the feeling of sun-warmed sand. Slowly, faint vibrations move through the stone into the palm of your hand, then up your arm, then down your spine, until your entire body feels aligned with the calm rhythm of the earth. Nothing is rushed. Nothing is forced. Atlantis teaches balance through presence, not pressure, as the vibration continues. Your thoughts begin to settle, loosening, softening, like petals falling from a flower in slow motion. You remain there for a long while, letting the energy move through you in slow, harmonious waves. Eventually, the vibrations fade into silence point one by one. The Atlanteans rise and return quietly to their work in the garden. You stand as well, but instead of feeling tired, you feel lighter, as though your body is made of warm air and soft light. The caretaker smiles gently. You carry peace more easily now, they say. You will find that Atlantis reveals Moretto, those who breathe slowly. You thank them with a nod and continue along a narrow stone path leading toward the far side of the garden. There, built into the side of a gently sloping hill, you see a series of small alcoves, half-open rooms where Atlanteans rest, meditate, or simply sit quietly listening to the sound of the sea. You pause at one of the alcoves inside. A soft cushioned bench is set against the wall, overlooking a pool of still, glowing water. A faint breeze drifts through the opening, carrying the scent of warm night. Air mixed with the sweetness of the garden blossoms. You sit down, and the cushion shapes itself beneath your body, supporting you perfectly. As though the room itself recognizes your weight, your needs, your presence. You close your eyes. For a long time, you simply breathe. In and out. The world fades into a soft, gentle haze. Your body heavy, your mind floating, your breath slow and even. You don't know how much time passes. An hour, a moment, or perhaps something in between. When you open your eyes again, the garden is even quieter than before. Nearby lanterns glow softly, their lights reflected in the still pools. A sense of deep calm warms your chest, like a quiet flame glowing beneath your ribs. Atlantis feels different now, more open, more familiar, as though the city recognizes you as one of its own. You rise slowly, feeling the softness of the night air wrap gently around your skin. The path ahead leads toward the ocean, toward the distant hum of Atlantean energy and the next quiet chapter in your journey through this ancient world. Take a slow, soothing breath, feel your entire body sink a little deeper, and allow yourself to drift back into the quiet, luminous heart of Atlantis. The night air is warm, gentle, and full of that soft, shimmering stillness that only Atlantis seems to hold. As you leave the gardens of stillness behind, the path becomes narrower, following the gentle curve of a crystal blue canal. The water glows faintly beneath the moon, casting a soft, moving light onto the stone walkway. Every step echoes with a calm, rhythmic sound, light, delicate, as though the stones are acknowledging you with a whisper of welcome. You walk slowly, letting your breath fall into the same rhythm as the quiet ripples brushing against the canal walls. Ahead, the city opens once more, revealing another district you have yet to explore. The Atlanteans call this place the Hall of Tides, a sanctuary where they study the movement of the ocean, the energy of the moon, and the quiet pull of tides that flow beneath the surface of their world. That as you approach, the architecture grows more fluid, more organic, as though shaped not by hands, but by water itself. Smooth archways rise from the ground like waves frozen mid-crest. Columns curve like flowing currents. The entire structure appears to shift gently when the light touches it, as though made of living stone that breathes with the sea. You step through the entrance, greeted by a rush of cool, refreshing air that smells faintly of salt water and distant rain. The interior of the hall is vast and dimly lit, its walls glowing with soft blue and pale green hues that ripple slowly, mimicking the motion of the ocean. The ceiling arches high above, carved with swirling patterns that look like currents captured in stone, and in the center of the hall lies a massive circular pool, perfectly still, its surface so smooth and reflective it looks like a portal to another world. The pool is surrounded by low steps, where Atlantean tide readers sit in peaceful silence, observing the faint patterns of light drifting across the water. One of them rises when they see you, their robes shimmering like moonlit foam. They motion for you to join them, guiding you gently to the edge of the pool. You sit beside them on the smooth stone, feeling a cool, calming energy rise from the water and settle over your skin like a soft mist. The tide reader speaks in a quiet voice, barely more than a breath. This pool reflects more than water, they say. It listens, it remembers, it reveals. They extend a hand over the surface, and the water responds with delicate rings of light that expand outward in perfect, silent circles. The pool begins to glow more brightly, its colors shifting from pale blue to deep turquoise, then to soft golden light that dances gently beneath the surface. You lean closer, and in the glowing depths you begin to see shapes. Not sharp, not frightening, but dreamlike, slow, peaceful. You see the ocean floor stretching into calm darkness. You see ancient coral structures glowing with faint inner light. You see schools of shimmering fish drifting together in quiet harmony, their movements smooth and effortless. The tide reader continues. Atlantis was built in partnership with the sea. We listen and it listens back. We guide and it guides us. All life here flows in balance. They gesture again and the images in the water shift, now showing the coastline of Atlantis long ago, when the first settlers built simple structures along the shore. You see them working together beneath the rising sun, building foundations that would one day support the grand rings of the city. Their movements are slow, deliberate, almost meditative. Every stone they place is done with intention, respect, and a deep awareness of the land and water that support them. The vision widens, showing the early canals being carved, not forced into place, but shaped gently along natural currents to avoid disturbing the delicate ecosystems beneath. You feel the harmony of it, the slow, peaceful cooperation between humanity and nature. No rushing, no forcing, only listening, understanding, and gentle guidance. The vision fades back into ripples of light, and the tide reader bows lightly to you before returning to their place. You stand slowly, letting the peaceful energy settle deep into your bones. You continue your journey through the hall, following a side passage lit by soft blue crystals that pulse in a slow, calming rhythm. The passage curves and widens, leading to a smaller chamber where a raised platform sits above a shallow pool. A series of crystal rods hangs suspended from the ceiling, each one glowing faintly like a frozen beam of moonlight. This is the Chamber of Currents, where Atlanteans meditate on the natural flow of energy around them. You step inside, and the air shifts immediately, cooler, heavier, filled with a low hum that vibrates gently through your chest. The walls are engraved with swirling patterns that seem to move subtly in the corner of your eye, like currents drifting through deep water. The platform in the center appears to float above the pool, casting a soft reflection across the shimmering surface below. You sit on the platform, feeling it adjust slightly beneath your weight, becoming warm and supportive. A gentle vibration rises through the platform, barely noticeable at first, then gradually growing into a comforting pulse that syncs with your heartbeat. The crystal rods above begin to emit soft, harmonic tones, Not music, but something deeper, a resonance, a whisper of the ocean and sky. Each tone rises slowly, lingering in the air just long enough to wrap around you before fading into the next. Your breath naturally begins to match the rhythm, slow and smooth. In and out, soft and warm, light and unhurried. The vibrations move like waves through your body, loosening whatever remains tense inside your chest, your shoulders, your neck. Thoughts drift away, dissolving like foam on the surface of the sea. The gentle hum beneath you feels like the heartbeat of the world. Steady, ancient, endlessly calming, time becomes soft again, losing its edges. A minute could be an hour, or an hour could be a minute. There is only the slow rhythm of breath, the soft glow of the crystals, and the warmth spreading through your body like a rising tide. When you finally open your eyes, the chamber seems brighter, though the light remains soft and gentle. You step down from the platform, feeling as though your entire body is lighter, your chest open, your mind clear. You continue your journey through the hall until you reach a small exit leading out to a quiet cliffside terrace overlooking the ocean. The breeze carries the scent of salt, fresh and light. The waves below roll with slow, soothing movements, each one rising and falling like a giant, gentle breath. You sit on a smooth stone bench, feeling its warmth seep into your skin. The moon hangs large above the horizon, casting a shimmering path of silver light across the water. The sound of the waves is slow, rhythmic, hypnotic, each one guiding you deeper into calm. The night is fully quiet now, no voices, no footsteps, only the sea, the air, the steady pulse of Atlantis beneath your feet. And as your mind drifts deeper into this soft, peaceful state, you feel the world of Atlantis opening to you even more, inviting you gently onward into stories, places, and mysteries still waiting in its glowing depths. Take a soft breath, slow and warm. Let it drift down through your chest, and feel the weight of the day dissolve gently, like grains of sand slipping through a quiet current. Tonight, you continue your peaceful journey into Atlantis, moving deeper into its hidden heart, where the ancient builders, dreamers, and mystics shaped a world unlike anything the surface has ever known. As you rise slowly from the stone bench overlooking the moonlit sea, your senses feel sharper yet calmer. The soft glow of Atlantis is all around you, lights shimmering across canals, crystal towers reflecting the moon, and a gentle hum of energy flowing through the foundations of the city. You follow a narrow walkway carved along the cliffside. The stones beneath your feet are warm from the day's sun, and the night breeze brushes softly against your skin, carrying the scent of ocean salt, blooming night flowers, and a faint hint of something sweet and ancient, a fragrance unique to Atlantis. Ahead, the walkway curves toward an archway formed from two enormous spiraling pillars of pale crystal. The pillars are carved with intricate swirling patterns, each line flowing into the next as though they were shaped by water rather than hand. Beyond the archway lies another district of the city, a place the Atlanteans call the Circle of Vision. It is here that Atlantean seers practiced their gentle art. Not fortune-telling, not prophecy, but deep, quiet understanding of how energy flows through the world and where it naturally wishes to go. As you step through the archway, the atmosphere shifts immediately. The air becomes cooler, silky, with a very faint vibration humming through it like the soft resonance of a distant crystal bowl. The district is arranged in concentric circles, with smooth stone pathways spiraling inward. Tall, slender towers rise from the ground like luminous reeds, each one glowing with soft blue light. Atlantean visionaries sit at the bases of these towers, their eyes half closed, their breathing slow and peaceful. You move inward, following the spiral path. The deeper you go, the quieter the world becomes. Voices fade, echoes soften, and even your footsteps seem to slide silently across the smooth stone. The very center lies a low dome structure, half submerged in a shallow, glowing pool. The dome is made of translucent crystal, its surface swirling with gentle patterns of shifting light. You step onto the walkway that leads across the water to the dome. The water is so clear you can see to the bottom. Smooth stone, patterns of silvery currents, and tiny flickers of pale blue light drifting beneath the surface like underwater fireflies. When you reach the dome, a soft whisper greets you. You are welcome here. An Atlantean visionary stands just inside the entrance, their robe flowing like liquid silver, their eyes calm and warm. They gesture for you to follow them into the chamber. Inside, the dome feels enormous, despite its modest exterior. The walls curve upward in a smooth arc that catches and reflects light in subtle, soothing patterns. The floor is made of pale, polished stone, cool beneath your feet, with gentle ripples carved into its surface like the sand of a shallow tidal pool. In the center of the room sits a tall crystal monolith, clear, luminous, pulsing with slow waves of light that rise from bottom to top like the steady calm of ocean tides. The visionary invites you to sit before it. This is the heart crystal, they say softly. It reveals not the future, but the flow within all things. You sit, feeling the cushion beneath you conform to your shape, supporting your back and legs with perfect ease. The chamber grows utterly quiet. The crystal brightens. Its light pulses in slow, gentle waves, soft gold, deep blue, pale silver, back to gold again. The light grows warmer, wrapping around you like a soft blanket. Your heartbeat slows, your breathing deepens, your thoughts loosen their grip. Then, very gradually, images begin to form within the crystal. Not sharp images, not vivid scenes, but soft, drifting shapes of light that seem to move with intention, as though they are patterns of energy taking form just long enough for you to understand them. You see a vision of early Atlantis, peaceful, quiet, its people living in harmony with tides, stars, and land. You see them shaping the first structures not with tools, but with sound, light, and gentle energy that resonates from their hands. The vision shifts, showing great gatherings in ancient times, when Atlantean philosophers discussed the movement of the cosmos, the nature of balance, the purpose of existence, and the importance of calm mind and open heart. Then another vision appears, the image of an enormous crystalline instrument towering above a central square. Atlanteans stand in a circle around it, their hands raised, their voices joining in a deep harmonic chant. The crystal glows brighter with each sound, until waves of light ripple out across the entire city. You feel the calm of it spreading through your body, the harmony, the unity, the deep serenity that seems woven into every breath of Atlantean life. The crystal dims slightly, and the visionary speaks again. Atlantis is built on intention, they say. Everything created here, stone, water, light, holds purpose and balance. You nod, feeling the truth of their words resonate inside your chest. Then they gesture toward a side passage. There is more for you to see. You follow them into a narrow corridor carved from glowing stone. The passage opens into a wide chamber where the floor slopes gently downward into a vast pool of warm, luminous water. This is the pool of reflection, where Atlanteans came to meditate in silence, stillness, and gentle floating. The water is warm, like bathwater infused with soft light, and the surface is smooth as polished glass. The visionary nods toward the pool. You may enter. You step into the water. It rises slowly over your legs, your waist, your chest, so warm that it seems to melt tension from your muscles. You lean back and float effortlessly. The water supports you completely, as though it has consciousness, as though it knows exactly how you wish to rest. Above you, the ceiling glows with patterns of drifting lights that move slowly like auroras. They shimmer in pale gold, soft violet, and deep blue, casting gentle reflections across your skin. Your breath slows, your mind drifts, your body becomes weightless. The visionary plays a soft instrument that sounds like a distant whisper of wind over glass. The tones are long, smooth, and calming, designed to ease the mind into deep relaxation. Time dissolves again, a minute, an hour, a dream, all blending into the same soft haze of warmth and stillness. When you eventually sit up, the water dripping gently from your skin, the visionary offers you a soft cloth that smells faintly of ocean blossoms. You have rested well, they say. There is a place beyond this chamber where few are invited, but you will be welcomed. You follow them into another hallway that winds downward beneath the city. The air becomes cooler, more ancient, filled with a faint echo as though the stones themselves remember every moment of Atlantean history. Torches of glowing crystal line the walls until finally, you reach a small circular chamber deep underground, and in its center stands a platform surrounded by concentric rings of gently glowing light. This, the visionary whispers, is the Chamber of Origin, where the earliest Atlanteans meditated to understand their purpose. You step onto the platform. The rings of light brighten, soft, warm, steady, wrapping slowly around your body like layers of calm energy. You feel deeply grounded, present, connected to the earth beneath the city and the ocean above it. The visionary's voice drifts through the chamber, soft as a lullaby. Atlantis teaches one truth. Peace is not found, it is made slowly, intentionally, moment by moment. The rings of light pulse, gently tightening around you like warm waves meeting the shore. Your breath becomes slow, steady, peaceful. You sit there for a long, long time, in complete serenity, in silence, in equilibrium with the world around you. Take a long, deep breath. Let your lungs expand softly, and exhale slowly until everything inside you settles into a warm, tranquil heaviness. You are still in Atlantis, the city of light, water, and timeless calm. And the night is still unfolding around you like a gentle dream woven from moonlight and quiet tides. After your time in the Chamber of Origin, you rise slowly, feeling a new sense of clarity glowing peacefully at the center of your chest. The warm light of the chamber fades behind you as you step back into the narrow passageway that winds upward through the heart of the city. The corridor is quiet, lit only by faint lines of glowing crystal embedded in the stone walls. The soft light shifts subtly as you walk, casting fluid shapes that resemble water flowing gently over smooth rock. The air is cool and carries a faint whisper of the ocean above. You move slowly, mind calm, steps light, as though the entire city is breathing with you. Eventually, the passage opens into a wide terrace built into the side of a cliff. The platform overlooks a vast expanse of water that stretches far beyond the boundaries of the main city. The moon rests low on the horizon, casting a long, shimmering trail of silver that seems to lead straight into the distant darkness. This place is known to the Atlanteans as the Shore of Echoing Waters, a quiet refuge where the sea speaks in ways only the calmest minds can hear. You walk toward the railing, your footsteps echoing softly across the smooth stone. The air is cooler. Here, heavy with the scent of salt and distant rain. Soft waves fold gently against the cliffside far below, producing a soothing, rhythmic sound that blends perfectly with the slow pulse of the city behind you. You lean lightly on the railing, feeling the stone warm beneath your hands as you breathe. Your mind begins to drift, floating slowly between thought and silence, past and present, memory and dream. Soon you notice a figure approaching quietly, an Atlantean elder. Their robe deep blue, their long hair silver white, their face calm and illuminated by the moon. They greet you with a gentle nod. You have reached the halfway shore, they say softly. A place where knowledge flows more freely, yet reveals itself only to those who listen with the heart as much as the mind. They gesture for you to follow. You leave the terrace and descend a soft, spiraling staircase carved into the stone of the cliff. The steps glow faintly beneath your feet, each one lighting up as you touch it, then slowly fading as you pass it to the bottom. You arrive at a narrow pathway that winds along the base of the cliff. The ocean laps gently at the rocks just a few steps away. Tiny luminous marine creatures drift through the shallow waters, glowing like floating sparks in the night that as you walk. The elder begins to speak, their voice soft, low, and soothing. Atlantis exists in harmony with the natural world, they say. We do not conquer the sea. We learn from it. We listen to it. We let its rhythm guide our own. They pause, letting the sound of the waves fill the quiet. Long before the grand rings were built, long before the towers rose from the water, the first Atlanteans came to this very Charito learn the patterns of the tides. They discovered that everything, breath, thought, emotion, the slow aging of mountains, the shifting of stars, the rise and fall of civilizations, all of it follows a flow. You nod gently, feeling the truth of the elder's words resonate inside your chest. The pathway leads to a natural cavern, its entrance draped with curtains of bioluminescent vines that glow in waves of silver and teal. The vines part softly as you approach, as though recognizing your presence. Inside, the cavern opens wide. Stalactites hang from the ceiling like frozen spears of light, each one glowing softly from within. The floor is smooth and warm to the touch, and at the center lies a shallow pull-off, perfectly still water. The elder steps beside you. This is the mirror of tides, they say. It reveals not who you are, but how you move through the world. They gesture toward the pool. You kneel beside it, your reflection faint in the shimmering glow. For a moment, the water remains perfectly still. Then, as you place your hand gently on its surface, it begins to move. Not in ripples, but in slow, spiraling currents that form intricate patterns beneath your fingers. The patterns shift and swirl, each motion gentle and deliberate. They flow like emotion made visible, like thought turned into water, like memory taking shape in liquid light that as you watch, images drift through the spirals, soft, blurred, dreamlike. You see early Atlantean families building simple shelters along the shore, their movements calm and cooperative. You see groups gathering at sunset to honor the day's final light with silence. You see healers guiding energy with their hands to soothe the sick and comfort the weary. You see teachers kneeling on warm stone showing children how to lustento the sound of the wind as it crosses the water. The images continue, glimpses of Atlantis growing not through ambition, but through balance and quiet intention. Eventually the spirals fade and the water becomes still once more. The elder places a hand on your shoulder, their touch warm and grounding. You see the flow, they whisper. You feel it, you are becoming attuned. You rise slowly, feeling a deep sense of peace settle inside your chest like a warm stone resting at the bottom of a calm pool. The elder leads you through another passage that winds upward toward the higher cliffside as you ascend. A distant sound begins to grow, a soft, harmonious hum that vibrates gently through the stone under your feet. The passage opens into a vast open platform carved into the cliff face high above the ocean. This is the sanctuary of resonant winds, one of the most sacred places in Atlantis. Tall, slender pillars rise around the edges of the platform, each one hollow with narrow openings carved at precise angles as the wind moves through them. They produce soft musical tones, some low and deep, others high and delicate, all blending together in a natural symphony guided by the movement of the night air. The sound is unlike anything you have ever heard, not a human creation, not an instrument, but the voice of the wind itself. Soft, steady, and comforting, Atlanteans sit along the platform's edge, eyes closed, bodies relaxed, breathing in rhythm with the wind-driven harmony. The elder sits among the man gestures for you to join. You lower yourself onto the warm stone. The wind brushes lightly against your face, carrying the scent of the sea and distant rain clouds. The tones shift gently as the breeze changes direction, creating an ambient lullaby that soothes your mind and loosens tension deep inside your chest. The world begins to fade into softness. The tones rise and fall in slow, peaceful waves. Your breath naturally aligns with the harmony. A little slower, a little deeper, like the ocean breathing beneath the cliffs. Your eyelids grow heavy. Your body sinks into the warm stone. Your mind drifts into a deep, quiet stillness. The elder speaks softly, so softly that their voice blends with the wind. This platform teaches that balance is not silence but harmony. You do not stop your thoughts. You let them move, flow, and reshape themselves into something calm, something clear. The wind hums gently around you, carrying the teaching deeper into your heart. You remain there for a long time, listening, breathing, floating between waking and dreaming as the tones cradle your mind. Eventually, the wind softens further, the tones fading into a deep, warm hum that seems to vibrate in your bones. You open your eyes slowly. The moon hangs high above, casting a soft glow across the platform. The elder stands. There is still more to see, they say gently. But you are moving well through the flow. Atlantis is opening to you. You rise, your body light, your mind clear, your breath soft and steady. You follow the elder back into the passage, heading toward the next quiet mystery waiting in the heart of Atlantis. Take a slow breath, let it fill your chest gently, and as you exhale, feel your whole body soften, melting deeper into calmness, deeper into warmth, deeper into the soft, glowing night of Atlantis. You walk alongside the elder through a tall, narrow passage carved deep into the cliffside. The walls glow softly, lit from within by threads of pale blue crystal that twist like slow-moving rivers captured in stone. Every few steps, the elder's robe brushes quietly against the smooth floor, creating a gentle whisper that blends beautifully with your slow footsteps. The air grows warmer as you walk, and there is a faint scent drifting through the corridor, something sweet and mineral-rich, like warm stone after a gentle rain. The passage gradually broadens until it opens into a massive cavern filled with shimmering light. You step out onto a smooth stone platform, and your breath catches softly in your throat. Before you lies the crystal sea, an enormous underground lake so still, so smooth, that it looks like a sheet of pure glass stretching into darkness. The water glows faintly from within, a soft aquamarine radiance that pulses in time with some unseen, ancient rhythm. Above the lake, stalactites hang like hundreds of frozen lanterns, each one glowing gently with internal light, warm gold, pale violet, deep turquoise. Their reflections drifting across the water in long, slow streaks. The elder stops beside you. This place is older than Atlantis itself, they whisper. Our ancestors found it, glowing beneath the earth long before the first stone of the city was placed. You stand in quiet awe, letting the serenity wash over you like warm tides. The cavern is impossibly still. No wind, no echoes, only the soft, steady pulse of light from the glowing lake. The elder steps onto a narrow walkway of smooth white stone that stretches across the lake you follow, your footsteps making no sound. The walkway glows faintly beneath your feet, reacting gently to your presence with a warm shimmer as you walk deeper into the cavern. You notice the water beginning to shift in color, from aquamarine to softer shades of lavender and deep blue. These colors reflect emotion, the elder murmurs. The crystal sea senses the thoughts of those who walk above. It listens to the heart. It mirrors what lies beneath calmness. You inhale softly, feeling your chest tighten, and Relicia's calm spreads through you like warm water. After a long walk across the glowing path, you reach a circular platform at the center of the lake. A series of tall, resonant pillars made of translucent stone rise from the water around it. Arranged in a wide ring, their surfaces shimmer with lines of pale silver that move like slow, thoughtful breaths. This is the chamber of resonant tides, the elder says, stepping into the center of the platform. It is where Atlanteans come to realign themselves. Mind, body, breath, intention. You move to stand beside them as soon as your feet settle on the platform. A soft vibration rises from the stone, warm, synchronous, soothing. The pillars begin to hum quietly, each one releasing a tone so soft it seems to vibrate in the air more than in your ears. The tones merge into a harmonic wave, a gentle, living sound that moves slowly like water drifting across sand. The vibration moves up your legs, through your spine, into your chest, and settles in your throat. Loosening tension, freeing tightness, softening thoughts. The elder breathes deeply, and you mirror their movement in and slowly out. The pillars glow brighter, their tones becoming deeper, richer, but never louder. Always soft, always gentle, like the hum of ancient energy speaking directly to your heart. You close your eyes. The world becomes warm and fluid, almost liquid. The vibration flows through your arms, your fingertips, your jaw, your forehead, melting away anything heavy inside you. You feel as though you are floating, even though your feet remain planted on the stone. After what feels like a long, soothing dream, the humming fades into silence. When you open your eyes, the cavern appears even brighter, the reflections on the water softer and more vivid. The elder nods slowly. You are beginning to align with the rhythm of this place, they say. Atlantis listens to those who listen in return. You follow them to another walkway that leads away from the platform toward a distant shimmering glow. As you walk, the cavern narrows again, until the ceiling hangs lower and the walls come closer together, their surfaces carved with swirling lines that look like ancient river currents frozen in time. The faint sound of water echoes ahead. You emerge into a smaller chamber, one filled with gently cascading streams of glowing water falling from the ceiling into small pools below. This place feels delicate, intimate, as though meant only for those seeking deep, quiet healing. The streams of renewal, the elder explains softly. Our people come here when the weight of life grows heavy. You walk closer. The falling streams produce no harsh sound, only a soft, rhythmic whisper like silk brushing against silk. The pools below are warm and glowing gently. Some gold, some deep blue, some pale white, each color corresponding to a different kind of renewal point. One pool glows with calming blue light. The elder gestures toward it. This one, they say, is for those who have carried too much inside their mind. You kneel beside it, feeling warmth radiating upward like a soft breath. The elder dips their hand into the water and gently places a few glowing droplets onto your palms. The droplets sink into your skin instantly, warm, soothing, melting tension within your fingers, wrists, arms. You close your eyes as warmth spreads up your arms into your chest, your shoulders, your neck. Your breath becomes slower, gentler, deeper. The elder's voice appears like a soft echo. You are safe here. Atlantis holds you. You remain beside the pool for a long, quiet moment, your thoughts drifting gently like leaves floating on still water. Eventually, the elder rises and extends a hand to help you stand. There is still more for you to see, they say quietly. Atlantis reveals itself step by step. You follow them into a rising tunnel that spirals slowly upward, its walls glowing warmly like the inside of a crystal lantern. The tunnel leads to a broad platform overlooking a magnificent sight. Below, deep within the cavern, flows a massive underground river of glowing silver water. It moves slowly, smoothly, as though time itself has slowed for this one river alone. This is the vein of Atlantis, the elder whispers. It carries the energy of the city, not magic, not power, but balance. You watch the glowing river curve away into the darkness, its slow currents casting patterns of silver light across the cave walls. It is said, the elder continues, that the earliest Atlanteans followed this river into the earth and found the heart of the world glowing in the dark. They learned to build the city not above the land, but in harmony with it. The two of you stand in silence, watching the river slowly pulse with ancient light. Then the elder turns toward you again. There is one final place to visit tonight. They say gently. They lead you back through the tunnel and into a large circular chamber lined with smooth stone benches. In the center sits a low, glowing sphere, bright but not harsh, radiant but not overwhelming. This, they whisper, is the sphere of rest. You sit on one of the benches. The sphere emits a soft pulse of warm light, expanding and contracting like a slow, steady heartbeat. Your body responds immediately, muscles relaxing, thoughts loosening, breath deepening. The elder speaks again, their voice a soothing wave. This sphere aligns with your breath, slows it, softens it, brings you into harmony with the calm of Atlantis. You close your eyes, the chamber dims, the light pulses, your breath becomes slow, gentle, consistent in, and softly out. Every inhale is warm, every exhale slow and effortless. Your mind begins to drift into a soft haze of weightlessness. The elder's voice fades into the background, blending with the gentle pulse of the sphere until everything inside you, heart, breath, thought, moves in the same slow, peaceful rhythm. Time slips away. There is only warmth, only softness, only calm. After a long, dreamlike rest, your eyes open slowly. The elder stands at the edge of the chamber, watching you with a warm, gentle smile. You are traveling well, they say softly. Each step brings you deeper into the true heart of Atlantis. You rise slowly, your body light, your mind clear, your breath smooth and effortless. Outside the chamber, the glowing tunnels wait for you, quiet, ancient, filled with soft, pulsing light. Take a slow breath, let it fill your chest gently, and as you exhale, feel your body melt into a deeper softness, a deeper calm, as though the air around you is holding you like warm water. You are still in Atlantis, floating in the quiet heart of this ancient world, guided gently by the soft pulse of its glowing pathways and the serene presence of the Atlantean elder walking a few steps ahead of you. The tunnels are warm, lit with soft lines of shifting blue and gold, like moonlight diffused through flowing water. Your footsteps echo quietly, each sound fading quickly into the gentle hum that seems to pulse from the stone itself. After a long, slow ascent, the tunnel opens into a vast space. A chamber so tall you can barely see the ceiling. The air is cooler here, filled with the faint scent of minerals and the very softest sound of moving air, like a whisper carried by a dream. The elder raises a hand and gestures for you to follow them onto a wide walkway that stretches through the chamber as you step onto it. You realize the walkway is suspended, not attached to the ground, not held by pillars, but floating, perfectly balanced, supported by some harmonious energy that you feel buzzing faintly beneath your feet. The elder speaks softly. This is the hall of harmonic balance here. We study the energy that keeps Atlantis alive, the flow that sustains every breath, every stone, every movement of the tides around us. Their voice echoes slightly, but in a calm, slow way that seems to match your own breathing. As you walk further, the chamber brightens. Massive crystalline structures rise from the floor below, towering shapes made of translucent stone carved into spiraling pillars, geometric planes, and delicate, branching patterns that resemble the structures of coral reefs. Each formation glows from within, pulsing with its own rhythm, soft gold, warm rose, deep blue, pale green. You can feel the vibrations in your chest, your arms, your fingers, as though these crystals are humming the music of the earth. The elder stops before one particularly large formation, a tall, twisting column shaped like a double helix of light. This crystal holds the resonance of grounding, they say. It realigns the energy within those who approach it. You step closer. Warmth rises from the column, wrapping around your legs, your waist, your chest, settling you deeply into your own body with a slow, comforting heaviness. You breathe deeply, and the warmth spreads through your spine, your shoulders, your neck, melting tension you didn't know was there. The elder smiles gently. Good, you are listening well. They lead you onward. Next you pass a wide crystalline arch glowing with pale violet light that hums softly with a higher tone. Light airy, like wind chimes in a slow breeze. This, the elder murmurs, is the arch of clarity that helps the mind untangle itself. You step beneath the arch, and instantly, a soft tingling spreads through your scalp, your forehead, your temples. Thoughts that were tangled unwind, thoughts that were heavy float upward like bubbles rising from the sea floor. Your mind becomes spacious, open, light, unburdened. You continue walking. Deeper into the hall you find a wide circular platform surrounded by dozens of thin crystalline rods, standing upright like a forest of light. Each rod produces a different tone, some deep and smooth, others soft and high, all merging into a single, harmonious sound that vibrates in your chest like a slow heartbeat. The elder gestures for you to sit in the center. This is the circle of alignment. Let the sound settle into your breath. You lower yourself to the smooth floor. The sound surrounds you, not loud, but omnipresent, softly pressing into your skin, your joints, your thoughts. You inhale. The tones rise. You exhale. The tones soften. Your breath sinks with the sound until you feel as though your chest is glowing from the inside. Minutes pass, or hours. Time dissolves. There is only harmony, only warmth, only slow movement of breath and gentle vibration. When the tones fade, you open your eyes slowly, feeling deeply refreshed. Not alert, but grounded in a quiet, peaceful clarity. The elder rises and you follow them to another passage at the far side of the hall. This passage is narrower, its walls made of smooth stone carved with swirling patterns that glow dimly as you pass. The air here is cooler, and the hum of energy becomes softer. After a long walk, the corridor opens into a beautiful, serene chamber lit by soft pink and amber light. This is the Garden of Earth and Light, a hidden sanctuary where small crystal plants grow from patches of glowing sand. Each plant is made of delicate mineral strands that shimmer like frost in warm sunlight. Some resemble ferns, some look like blooming flowers, others like spirals of soft, crystalline moss. The elder kneels beside one cluster of glowing blossoms. These grow only where energy is perfectly balanced, they explain quietly. They are a sign that this chamber is in complete harmony. You kneel as well. The blossoms glow brighter as you touch one gently. A soft warmth spreads across your fingertips and drifts upward through your arm. You breathe deeply, and the warmth expands through your chest. You feel held, supported, safe. The elder stands slowly. There is one more place I wish to show you. You follow them out of the garden and into another glowing tunnel that slopes downward and curves sharply to the right. Ahead, you hear a distant sound. A low, steady rumble like thunder softened by many layers of AI as you move closer. The rumble becomes calmer, deeper, a kind of slow breathing that seems to come from the earth itself. The passage widens into a gigantic cavern filled with hundreds of glowing streams flowing down walls of polished stone. This is the chamber of ancient currents, where natural flows of energy have moved through the earth for thousands of years. The streams glow in various colors: gold, silver, aquamarine, rose, each moving at its own steady pace, yet harmonizing with the others in a breathtaking dance of light. You step closer to one stream as the elder watches you quietly. The air around the stream feels warm and soft. A light mist rises from it, carrying the faint scent of minerals and sea air. You extend your hand slowly. The stream's glow intensifies at your touch, sending a warm pulse up your arm, then throughout your entire body. Your breath deepens, your muscles release. Your mind becomes quiet and open. The elder approaches. You are attuned now, they say softly. You can feel the flow of Atlantis itself. You stand there for a long moment, letting the light wash over you in slow, soothing waves. Eventually, the elder leads you deeper into the Chamberto, a narrow walkway that crosses over the glowing streams toward a raised stone dais. The center of the dais sits a large circular pool. Not water, but liquid light. It glows softly, pulsing with warmth, moving slowly like honey. This is the pool of deep rest, the elder whispers. Those who come here release what weighs upon them and absorb what restores them. You kneel at the edge. The warmth drifting from the pool wraps around your face, your shoulders, your chest. You close your eyes. Light settles onto your skin like a warm blanket. Your breathing becomes slower, softer, deeper. The elder speaks one last time. Rest now. Atlantis is within you. You breathe, warm, deep, slow. The chamber's light pulses gently in time with your breath. Your mind drifts, floating through warmth, softness, clarity. Everything becomes calm. Everything becomes light. Let your breath fall into an easy, gentle rhythm. A slow inhale, a softer exhale, like a warm tide drawing in and out beneath a quiet, starlit sky. Your body grows heavier, your mind quieter. As the soft glow of Atlantis surrounds you once more, you are still in the chamber of ancient currents, standing beside the pool of deep rest where the warm, luminous mist still clings softly to your skin like a thin layer of glowing silk. When you rise slowly, the Atlantean elder is waiting, watching you with calm, knowing Isis, though they can see that your energy has settled into a deeper harmony. Good, the elder whispers. You are ready for the next circle of the city. They turn and begin walking toward a long, smooth corridor lined with faintly shimmering stones that brighten gently as you pass. The hum of the ancient currents grows softer as you move away from the vast cavern, replaced by a tender stillness that feels almost like drifting deeper into your own breath. After a long, winding ascent, the corridor opens into a serene open space. The air is warmer again, filled with the soft smell of salt and sunlight. You step out onto a wide terrace carved from pale stone, overlooking a breathtaking sight. The inner gardens of Atlantis, soft, glowing vines hang from arched pillars. Tall crystalline trees shimmer with pale pink and lavender light. Pools of still, mirrored water reflect shifting patterns of color from the sky domes above. The air is filled with a delicate hum, not mechanical, but living, like the gentle vibration of a soft breeze moving through sun-warmed air. The elder gestures for you to walk beside them. These gardens sustain us, they say softly. They cleanse the energy we breathe, the thoughts we hold, and the dreams we enter. You walk slowly along a smooth pathway lined with luminous blossoms that glow gently as you pass, as if greeting you with warm awareness. One flower in particular catches your eye. A delicate crystalline bloom shaped like a spiral star, its petals shifting between soft blue and pale gold. You kneel and touch it lightly. Instantly, a calming wave flows through you, gentle, soothing, as though your entire body is exhaling all at once. The elder smiles faintly. That one is the flower of stillness. It responds to the quiet within a traveler's heart. You rise, feeling lighter, your breaths longer, your chest softer as you continue walking. You reach a wide circular platform supported by tall, arching pillars covered in spiraling lines of faint silver light. The center of the platform rests a large, shallow bowl filled with shimmering liquid light, pale blue, constantly shifting, as though stirred by invisible hands. This is the bowl of reflection, the elder murmurs. It helps our people listento the deeper truths within themselves. They gesture for you to look into it. You kneel again, leaning slightly forward. The liquid light brightens, forming gentle ripples that expand outward in slow circles. At first, you see only your own reflection, glowing softly in the blue-gold light. Then slowly, the reflection begins to change, not into a vision of the future, nor a memory, but into something deeper, a quiet, glowing symbol that feels like it rises from your own heart. It has no name, yet you understand. It whispers. You are unfolding, you are entering clarity, you are grounding into peace. When the symbol fades, you feel a soft warmth bloom inside your chest, as though a small sun has begun shining behind your breath. The elder nods gently. The bowl shows what is already within you, they say. Atlantis does not give answers. It helps you hear the answers you already hold. You stand slowly and follow the elder deeper into the gardens. Soon you reach a quiet grove filled with tall crystalline trees, whose branches form a high canopy of shimmering, translucent leaves that move gently. Though there is no wind, in the center of the grove stands a beautifully smooth stone platform shaped like a circle within a circle. This is the place of resonant dreams, the elder says, lowering their voice. Here, Atlanteans come to enter the deeper dreaming state, not sleep, but awaking. Dream where insights rise like dawn light. You step onto the platform. The instant your foot touches the stone, a subtle vibration moves through you. Not strong, just a soft pulse like a slow heartbeat echoing beneath your feet. You sit patiently in the center, closing your eyes as the elder motions. A gentle hum fills the grove, soft, harmonic, waves of sound rising and falling in a slow, calming pattern that matches your breathing. With each inhale, the hum feels closer. With each exhale, it feels deeper. Soon you sense your mind drifting into a warm, internal space, a place between waking and sleep, filled with soft light and gentle echoes. You begin to see colors: pale gold, deep blue, rose, and soft green, moving in slow spirals as though painting the inside of your thoughts. Shapes appear, not fully formed, not literal, but symbolic. A spiral, a wave, a glowing orb, a branching line of light. They drift in and out like calm tides of awareness. You feel light, as though your body has dissolved into warmth and mist, leaving only peace behind. Minutes pass. Or hours. Time loses shape. When you open your eyes again, the grove is brighter. The elder sits nearby, waiting. You dream well, they say quietly. You listen deeply. Atlantis welcomes listeners such as you. You sit up slowly, feeling a soothing heaviness in your limbs, like waking from a long, nourishing rest. The elder stands and motions toward a narrow path leading deeper into the garden. You follow, your steps slow and steady, your mind drifting between calm breath and warm curiosity. The path leads to a quiet, secluded area with a small waterfall flowing from a glowing stone wall into a shallow pool of shimmering turquoise. Soft mist rises from the water, carrying a faint scent of citrus and warm earth. This is the pool of quiet thought, the elder says. Here we release what does not belong to use and welcome what nourishes us. You kneel beside the pool, letting the mist brush your face with a soft, soothing touch as you dip your fingers into the water. A warm glow spreads from your fingertips through your hand and into your body. Thoughts soften. Worries lose their edges. Your breath slows further, filling you with gentle calm. The elder speaks. You are nearly ready. See the heart of Atlantis. You look up slowly. Their expression is warm, empathetic, but marked with a gravity that suggests the place ahead is sacred, ancient, and deeply important. For now, the elder continues. Let the pools settle into your breath. You close your eyes again. The mist wraps around you like a warm exhale from the water itself. Your mind grows quiet, soft as silk, light as gentle waves rolling beneath a star-filled sky. Your entire body sinks into a deep, serene softness. When you rise, you feel ready for whatever silent mystery Atlantis holds next. Take another soft breath, let your shoulders relax, and allow the world of Atlantisto rise around you once more, warm and glowing like the last light of sunset reflected in quiet ocean water. You are still standing beside the pool of quiet thought, the mist swirling gently around your hands as though listening to the slow rhythm of your breath. Each exhale feels softer than the last. Each inhale feels like warm light filling the spaces inside your chest. The Atlantean elder watches you carefully, their eyes reflecting the soft turquoise glow of the pool. When they speak, their voice is delicate, a whisper carried on still water. You have entered the outer gardens, and the chambers of dream and stillness. Now you may walk deeper, toward the heart of Atlantis. They turn slowly and begin walking along a narrow path that curves gently upward toward a tall structure in the distance. A shimmering, crystalline tower that glows softly like starlight caught inside a pillar of glass. As you follow, your footsteps echo lightly against the smooth stone path. The air shifts again, warmer, brighter, filled with a faint hum like the quiet pulse of an ancient heartbeat resonating through the entire city. The tower grows larger as you approach. Its surface is perfectly smooth, but faint lines of light flow like streams across it, blue, gold, silver, weaving together in gentle, endless cycles. The structure seems alive, breathing slowly, matching the rhythm of your own breath. When you reach its base, a circular entrance opens soundlessly as though responding to your presence. A soft white glow spills out, warm and welcoming. The elder steps inside, you follow. The interior is vast and silent. A tall central hall filled with vertical strands of light that rise from the floor and extend into the unseen heights above. The strands look delicate, like glowing threads woven into a massive loom of pure light. These are the lines of memory, the elder says. Atlantis records not on parchment, but through resonance, energy held in harmonic structures. They touch one strand lightly with a finger, and a soft tone rings out, gentle as a lullaby, vibrating calmly through the hall like the quiet ripple of a distant wave. Immediately the strand fills with shimmering images, not sharp or literal, but dreamlike, fluid, as though seen through warm water. You recognize ancient scenes, early Atlanteans shaping the first canals, constructing the earliest rings of the city, studying the slow cycles of the sea and stars. Every movement is careful, mindful, free of rushing or fear. There is only patience, attention, and harmony. The elder explains, each strand holds a history, a thought, a lesson, a memory of balance. They lead you deeper into the hall. Every step brings new strands of memory into view, some glowing bright gold, others deep blue, some shimmering with pale green like sunlight through leaves. You pause beside one particularly bright thread. Its light pulses softly, slow, rhythmic, like breathing without touching it. You feel a warmth spreading through your chest, as though the strand is speaking to your heartbeat. This one, the elder says quietly, remembers the time of great harmony, when the sea was calm, the people united, and the wisdom of Atlantis flowed unbroken. You sense it, a deep peace that feels ancient and infinite. But as you move on, the strands gradually shift in color. They become darker, not violent, not chaotic, but solemn, weighted, quiet in a different way. These strands remember the turning, the elder murmurs. When the balance began to shift, they place a gentle hand in one of the deep blue threads. The hall fills with a low hum, sad, distant, filled with the weight of reflection. Inside the light, you see visions of Atlanteans seeking knowledge too quickly, too forcefully, not in harmony with nature, but in an attempt to rise above it. Not evil, not destructive, but misaligned. Out of rhythm, you watch the Atlantean scholars experiment with energies they barely understood, opening channels of force meant to guide the tides and shape the weather. Their intentions seem pure, helping crops grow, calming storms, providing warmth in cold seasons, but something, a small imbalance, barely perceptible at first, begins to ripple outward. The light trembles faintly. The hum grows quieter. The elder whispers, "We forgot to listen." We focused only on what we could make happen, and not on what was already meant to be. You feel the weight of the lesson, soft, not punishing, but deeply reflective. The elder turns away from the darker strands and leads you toward the center of the hall. As you walk, the light grows brighter again, golden, soft, warm, as though rising through a gentle dawn. At last you reach a wide circular chamber where the strands of memory widen, spread, and converge into a single glowing column of pure, steady light. It rises from the floor and disappears into the sky dome above, emitting a soft, resonant hum that vibrates lovingly through the air. This, the elder breathes, is the heart of memory, the center of all Atlantean understanding, a source of calm wisdom that we seek every day. You step closer. Warmth envelopes you. Your thoughts quiet completely, not by force, but by soft release, as though the column gently draws away every tension you didn't even know you carried. Images begin to swirl inside the light. Not historical ones, but personal ones. Moments of compassion you've shown. Moments of fear you've survived. Moments of strength you didn't recognize at the time. Moments of peace that held you when life grew heavy. The column seems to whisper, "You are more balanced than you know. You carry more wisdom than you think. You are unfolding. You are listening." The light reflects not only Atlantis, but you. You stand there for a long, timeless moment, bathed in warmth, embraced by the quiet hum of ancient, gentle knowledge. When you step back, the elder's expression softens. You have seen the echoes of our deepest harmony and our deepest mistakes. Both are needed to understand the full breadth of Atlantis. They motion for you to follow a small stairway leading upward toward another luminous chamber. The journey continues. The elder says warmly, "You have felt the memory of Atlantis. Next, you will see its vision." You ascend the steps slowly, feeling the energy of the heart of memory still glowing softly inside your chest. Each step feels lighter, softer, as though the path itself is guiding you gently forward. At the top, a soft light spills from the opening ahead, warm, golden, inviting you into another realm of quiet wonder. Take a slow, warm breath, feel your chest rise gently. Let your exhale drift out like a soft tide sliding back into the sea. Your entire body begins to melt into a deeper calm, a deeper softness, as the world of Atlantis unfolds before you again. You are standing at the top of the stone staircase that leads upward from the Hall of Memory. Behind you, the glowing strands of the past hum quietly with ancient resonance, like distant stars whispering their stories to one another. Before you, a new light spills, softly from a high domed chamber, a gentle golden radiance that seems to breathe in steady, peaceful waves. The Atlantean elder walks just ahead of you, their robe moving like water, the faint shimmer of embedded crystals catching the warm light. They glance back at you with eyes full of a deep, tranquil certainty, as though they already know the chamber will hold something meaningful for you. "Come," they whisper. "You have walked through memory. Now walk into vision." You step inside. The chamber is vast, larger than any you've seen so far, but unlike the Harmonics Hall, it is not filled with strands of light. It is almost empty, almost bare, except for the enormous circular well in the center of the floor. But this is not a pool of water. It is a pool of light, liquid, shifting, luminous, flowing like molten starlight. The air hums with a delicate vibration, quiet, steady, calming, as though the chamber itself is a living organism breathing around you. This, the elder, whispers, is the pool of foresight. Not to see the future, but to see the possible. You approach the edge slowly. Warm, golden mist rises from the surface, touching your skin with a soft, feather-like glow. Your breath deepens naturally. Your mind loosens though someone is gently unwinding knots of thought inside your head. The pool is perfectly still, but the light within it seems alive, coiling and swirling in slow, meditative spirals. The elder speaks again, their voice low and comforting. In Atlantis, we do not predict fate. We listen to currents. We feel direction. We observe how small choices change the tides of life. They gesture gently toward the luminous pool. Sit, close your eyes, and breathe. You lower yourself to the warm stone floor, feeling the subtle vibration of the chamber through your legs and spine. The golden mist settles around you, warming your arms, your face, your neck. You close your eyes. The elder's voice fades into a distant hum. The room falls silent except for the gentle pulse off the pool of light. Your breath slows more and more until each inhale feels like drifting upward with sunlight and each exhale like floating downward into soft, warm sand. With your eyes closed, the golden mist begins to glow more brightly. You feel the warmth gather between your eyebrows, in the center of your forehead, spreading outward in soft waves through your temples, your scalp, your chest. Then, without forcing it, without expecting it, shapes begin to rise in the darkness behind your eyelids. At first, they are only gentle blurs of blue and gold, rolling slowly like warm clouds. Then the shapes grow clearer, more meaningful, more intentional. You see the ocean, endless, calm, glittering beneath it. Sky the color of soft honey. You see small boats floating quietly on the surface, carrying Atlantean navigators who move without urgency, studying the stars, listening to the currents, trusting the whispers off the sea beneath them. The vision shifts. Now you see a wide plain, lush, green, peaceful, where Atlantean farmers work gently with the land, never forcing, never taking more than needed. You see children learning to shape small crystals by singing harmonic notes to them, their voices blending into a soft, glowing hum. You see healers placing their hands above injured animals, guiding soft warmth into their bodies through resonance, not power. You see architects studying the movement of water before constructing anything at all, making sure each structure is born in harmony with flow, not in defiance of it. Every vision radiates balance, patience, gentle wisdom. But then the visions shift again, not dark, not frightening, but heavier. You see Atlantean scholars attempting to reshape the climate by redirecting energy currents. Their expressions are determined, focused, but anxious. You see a group of them channeling energy through crystals, too quickly, too forcefully, and the crystals begin to crack with thin, glowing fractures. You see waves rising higher than intended, storms gaining a strange inner light, as though fueled by unnatural currents. The light in the pool darkens slightly, your breath deepens, but the elder places a hand gently on your shoulder. Do not fear the visions, they whisper. They are echoes of learning, not warnings. What matters is balance. The golden light brightens again, and the darker visions dissolve like mist in the morning sun. The pool clears, your breath softens. A new vision forms. This time it is not of Atlantean cities or scholars or storms. It is of you, walking through Atlantis, listening carefully, observing gently, allowing each chamber, each garden, each pool to settle softly into your heart. You see yourself standing at the edge of a great ocean cliff beneath a sky filled with rolling gold and silver light. Your posture is relaxed. Your breath is deep. Your mind is opened. A soft understanding forms inside you. Not in words, but in feeling. The pool shows. You are learning rhythm. You are learning balance. You are learning to listen. The vision fades slowly, and when you open your eyes, the golden mist thins, floating upward and dissolving into the soft air of the chamber. You stand, feeling an unusual peace settle deep in your chest. The elder watches you quietly for a long moment. Then they smile, a small, warm, deeply approving smile. You have seen what you needed to see. The pool reveals not fate, but understanding. You are in harmony with the journey. They turn toward a new passageway lit by soft rose-colored crystals. There is one place left before the final circle of Atlantis. The elder says, one more chamber that holds the Bretthoff our deepest purpose. They begin walking, you follow. The air grows warmer, glowing brighter, and the hum of the chamber behind you fades into a soft, gentle memory. Ahead, soft pink and gold lights sways like dancing lanterns, inviting you toward the next sacred mystery. Take a long, slow breath, feel your chest lift gently, and let your exhale fall out like warm sand slipping through your fingers, soft, effortless, grounding. Atlantis rises around you again, quiet, glowing, ancient, as if the entire city breathes in a calm rhythm that settles into your own heartbeat. You are walking behind the elder into the soft rose-lit passage that curves gently away from the pool of foresight. The light grows warmer with every step you take, soft pink blending into pale amber, like the final colors of a sunset lingering on the surface of still water. The corridor narrows slightly, its walls smooth and warm to the touch, carved with spiraling patterns that feel like gentle currents flowing through stone. Your fingertips glide along the wall as you walk, feeling a subtle vibration travel up through your hand, into your arm, and then melt softly into your chest. The elder speaks in a low, soothing voice that echoes faintly along the curved passage. You have seen the memories of Atlantis and the possible currents of vision. Now you will enter the chamber of breath, the place where our people return to stillness, return to harmony, return to the simple truth of existing without force. Their words settle around you like warm air, calm and grounding. At last the passage opens into a vast circular chamber, much larger than you expected. But unlike other halls you visited, this one is nearly empty. A wide open space filled with soft, spreading light from hundreds of tiny crystals embedded in the walls, each glowing like a flickering can-line shades of gold and rose and pearl. The ceiling arches high above, yet it is not a dome. It seems to curve endlessly upward into a faint shimmering haze like the inside of a slowly blooming flower. To the very center of the chamber is a circular platform, just slightly elevated, made of smooth, pale stone that glows gently from within. Around the platform, small bowls of luminous water sit in a perfect ring, each radiating a soft pulse that feels like a heartbeat. The elder motions for you to follow them to the center of the chamber. This is where Atlantis returns to silence. They whisper. Where noise dissolves and the breath becomes clear, you step onto the platform. The stone beneath your feet is warm. Not hot, just warm and auto. Relax your legs instantly and send a soft wave of heat through the muscles of your body. You sit slowly, and the moment you settle, a gentle vibration moves up through the floor and into your spine. Steady, calm, reassuring, almost like being held. The elder sits across from you, their posture straight but relaxed, their hands resting lightly on their knees. In Atlantis, they say softly, "We believe the Brea this a bridge between body and spirit, between intention and nature, between knowing and surrendering." You inhale slowly, and the crystals in the walls brighten just a little. A subtle glow that responds to your breath as though the chamber is listening to you. You exhale, and the glow softens, fading into a calm shimmer. The elder nods. You see? Everything responds, even the walls, even the quiet. Atlantis is not a place. Atlantis is a breath. You let your eyes soften. Your gaze drifts into the gentle blue of the glowing chamber. Your breath slows more and more until it falls into the same rhythm as the soft pulsing of the bowls around you. The elder begins to hum, a low, resonant sound that vibrates through the chamber like a warm ripple. The bowls respond first, their water glowing brighter, sending small pulses of light toward the ceiling. Then the crystals respond, their light shifting, their glow deepening into warm amber and gold that washes across your skin. The hum vibrates through your chest, your ribs, your spine, loosening every tight place inside you. Your shoulders drop, Your arms grow heavier. Your jaw relaxes. Your breath becomes so soft it feels almost invisible. The elder continues humming for a long time, a steady, soothing tone that feels like the heart beats off the entire chamber. Then slowly, the sound fades, silence returns. But this is not empty silence, it is warm, full, alive. A silence that holds you like a soft blanket. You close your eyes, in the darkness behind them. You begin to feel a warmth glowing in your chest. Small at first, a tiny ember, barely flickering. But with each calm breath, the ember grows, soft gold expanding outward in gentle waves that fill your chest, your throat, your scalp, your shoulders, your arms, your legs. Soon your entire body feels wrapped in warm light, as though you are floating inside a sunlit ocean with no weight, no pressure, no urgency. You feel completely held. You feel completely safe. Thoughts drift through. Your mind like slow-moving clouds, soft, harmless, dissolving easily. Memories appear. Then fade, worries rise. Then melt into warmth. You are thinking, but not holding anything. You are remembering, but not clinging. You are breathing, but without effort. You are simply existing in the soft glow of Atlantis. After a long, gentle stillness, the elder's voice returns. Quiet, soothing, almost like part of the silence itself. You feel the breath of the city now. The breath that flows through the gardens, the chambers, the memories. The visions. It flows through you as well. You open your eyes slowly. The chamber is brighter now. Golden light shimmering between the crystals, the pools glowing softly, the air vibrating with peace. The elder rises. You are Riodito walk into the celestial ring. They pause for a moment, watching you with warm, deeply knowing eyes. It is the highest place in Atlantis, not in height, but in meaning. You stand slowly, your body feeling lighter, your breath deeper, your mind softer than it has been in a very long time. The elder leads you toward a wide archway in the far side of the chamber. A soft breeze flows through it, warm, fragrant, carrying the faint scent of ocean wind and glowing stone. You have walked through breath, the elder says quietly. Now you will walk through starlight. You follow them into the archway and begin ascending a long, gently curving ramp. The light grows brighter. The air grows cooler. You feel something ahead, a soft, shimmering presence that feels ancient and infinite and breathtaking. Take a deep, warm breath. Let it fill your chest slowly. Then let it fall out in a long, soft exhale that drifts gently through the quiet corridors of Atlantis like a warm wind moving across still water. Feel your shoulders relax, your face soften, your mind loosen its grip on anything heavy. You are still following the elder up the long, curving ramp that leads away from the chamber of breath. The warm glow of that chamber lingers around your shoulders like a soft golden shawl. Comforting, steady, calming. Each step you take feels lighter than the one before, as though the path itself is carrying some of your weight to help you rise without strain. The air changes as you ascend. It grows cooler, not cold, but touched with something crisp, something clear, as if the breeze itself has been purified by starlight. The ramp leads into a wide, circular opening that opens into a breathtaking sight. You emerge onto a vast balcony, a high open terrace carved into the side of Atlantis's central ring. The sky above is immense. Not the soft golden glow that fills the inner chambers, but a sweeping dome of deep sapphire blue, sprinkled with thousands of shimmering stars that look close enough to touch. The air is perfectly still, the kind of stillness that makes sound feel reverent. Below you, the great rings of Atlantis shimmer with soft blue, gold, and pink lights glowing like concentric halos floating on the surface of the sea. From this height, the entire city looks like a luminous mandala, a sacred pattern of harmony, every ring flowing into the next in perfect rhythm. The elder walks slowly toward the center of the terrace, where a circular stone pattern is carved into the floor. delicate spirals, branching lines, and star-like shapes that radiate outward like energy expanding from a calm heart. This, the Elder whispers, is the celestial ring, the highest circle of Atlantis, not in position, but in intention. You step onto the carved stone. The surface is warm, smoother than polished marble, and as your foot touches the center, you feel a soft vibration, gentle and grounding, pulse upward through your legs and into your spine. The Elder stands beside you, their eyes reflecting the starlight above. Here, they say softly, the people of Atlantis come to listen to the Bretth of the cosmos. You tilt your head upward. The stars seem impossibly bright, not cold, not distant, but alive, warm, breathing in soft pulses that match your own heartbeat if you slow down enough to feel it. The Elder lifts a hand and points toward the night sky. Our ancestors believed that the sky was not separate from us, that the stars are the memories of the first energies that shaped the sea, the earth, the currents, and the breath of all living beings. You inhale slowly, feeling the coolness of the night air fill your lungs like a gentle tide. The Elder begins to walk, and you follow them to the edge of the terrace. From here, the ocean stretches into infinity. Dark, still, glowing faintly with soft blue light whenever the water moves. Look, the Elder whispers you do, and the ocean begins to mirror the sky, stars reflected perfect line the surface of the dark water. The sea is so calm that it looks like a second sky, a twin to the heavens above, connected, not by distance but by breath. This is why we built Atlantis in rings, the Elder says softly. To reflect the cosmos, to stay in harmony, to remember that we come from the same light as the stars. You feel something warm settle behind your ribs, a soft expansion like your heart blooming gently. The Elder turns toward you again. Their eyes glow faintly with the same gold-blue hue that lights the streets of Atlantis. In this ring, they say, we learn the quiet teachings of the celestial breath. They motion for you to sit at the center of the terrace. You lower yourself slowly onto the smooth, warm stone. The carved patterns beneath you seem to shift, not physically, but energetically, as though aligning themselves with your presence. The Elder sits across from you. Close your eyes, they whisper, and breathe with the sky. You obey. The first inhale is long and gentle. The second is even slower, like drawing in liquid light. The third falls into a rhythm that feels ancient and natural. You feel the air cool as it enters your nose, fills your lungs, and settles softly into your belly. You feel your shoulders melt, your chest open, your spine loosen between breaths. You begin to feel something subtle, a faint, soft pulse above your head, not touching you, not surrounding you, but hovering lightly like a gentle starosting in the air, above you. With each inhale, the pulse grows brighter, warm, and steady. With each exhale, it softens, spreading warmth downward toward your face, your neck, your chest. The Elder's voice enters the silence, calm, soothing, barely louder than the wind. In Atlantis, we do not worship the stars. We listen to them. We breathe with them. We let their light remind you of the balance we carry inside. You feel something shift in the dark behind your eyelids at first. There is only blackness, soft and comforting, then slowly, stars begin to appear. One by one, tiny points of warm white light that pulse gently like breathing embers. More stars form, hundreds, thousands, filling the darkness with a calm, expanding glow. They swirl slightly, forming delicate patterns like constellations being born before your eyes without forcing it, without even trying. You begin to see a faint golden line connecting the stars, a soft, glowing thread that weaves between the mind's slow, flowing curves. The Elder whispers, quiet as drifting sand. This is the celestial breath, the pattern of quiet harmony that exists above us and within us. The golden thread pulses slightly, like a heart. The stars pulse in unison, and you feel the same pulse inside your own chest, perfectly synchronized, soft and smooth. Your breath deepens naturally. Every inhale fills you with warm, expansive light. Every exhale releases whatever small heaviness you didn't even know you carried. Thoughts soften like mist dissolving in morning sun. Your entire body feels weightless, as though the stone beneath you has become warm water, holding you gently afloat. After a long silence, the elder speaks again. You are not just seeing the breath, you are becoming it. You are aligning with the rhythm of Atlantis itself. You open your eyes slowly. The elder is smiling, their expression filled with deep approval. You have listened well, they say quietly. You have breathed with the city. Now you may walk into the final chamber. Behind them, a tall archway shimmers with soft gold light that a breeze drifts through it, cool, fragrant, carrying the scent of sea foam and starlight. This is the approach to the source, the elder says. The deepest heart of Atlantis, few walk this far, fewer still walk with such quiet. You rise slowly, your body feeling light yet grounded, your breath soft yet steady. The elder turns and steps through the archway. You follow. The light beyond the arch brightens gradually, white, gold, soft blue, swirling together in slow, dreamlike patterns. You feel something ahead, a presence, a warmth, a deep, ancient hum waiting for you, and as you walk, your heartbeat slows, your breath deepens, your mind becomes still. Take a long, slow inhale, let it fill your chest warmly, then allow it to drift out like a soft tide sliding across moonlit sand. Feel your shoulders release, your jaw soften, your entire body settling deeper into a calm, steady warmth. The golden archway ahead glows gently as you walk toward it, following the elder into the deepest, quietest circle of Atlantis. The air grows warmer yet lighter, as though the space ahead is made of breath itself. Soft, luminous, endlessly welcoming. The corridor beyond the arc is unlike anything you've seen, so FA or.IT is not carved stone, nor crystal, nor metal that IT feels alive. The walls ripple faintly like water touched by moonlight. Soft waves of pale blue and white move across the surface, responding to your breath with perfect harmony. Brightening slightly with each inhale, softening gently with each exhale. The feeling is unmistakable. You are walking inside something that listens. The elder moves slowly, their robe trailing behind them like a stream of warm silver. Light. They do not speak. Words would feel too heavy in this luminous silence. Instead, they extend a hand, inviting you to follow deeper. The corridor widens, the ceiling rising high above until it becomes indistinguishable from a glowing sky dome. You feel as though you are walking through a dream of light, a space that exists between the physical world and something far subtler. After a long, gentle descent, the passage opens suddenly into an enormous chamber, vast, round, and filled with a luminous mist that swirls slowly in delicate spirals. You step inside, and the mist wraps around you like warm breath, soft, tender, almost motherly. Your entire body relaxes at once, as though the weight of gravity has loosened its grip. The elder whispers, and their voice is so soft it blends with the mist. You have reached the chamber of the source. You take a step forward and the mist parts gently, clearing a path to the heart of the chamber. To the center is something extraordinary. A floating sphere of pure white light, slowly rotating, shimmering with soft gold and pale blue threads that swirl inside it like galaxies forming in silence. It hums with a sound so faint and gentle you barely hear it. More a feeling than a sound, a vibration that warms your chest with calm certainty. The elder stands beside you. This, they breathe, is the source of resonance, the heart of Atlantis. Not a power, not a deity, not a machine. It is the breath that flows through all things. You look at the sphere again. Its glow deepens when you focus on it. Its rhythm matches your heartbeat. Its warmth spreads through your skin like the softest sunlight. For a moment, you feel as though you are floating, not above the ground, but inside yourself, in a place where no tension exists and no thought feels heavy. The elder begins to speak again, slow, melodic, as if reciting something ancient. Before Atlantis was built, before cities rose from the sea, our ancestors followed the Bretthoff, the world. They listened to the sky, the tides, the stillness, and they found a place where all currents meet, a point of quiet balance. Here, the source. You feel the truth of it in your chest, a gentle confidence that doesn't come from logic but from sensation. The elder moves closer to the sphere, raising a hand but not touching it. The source does not speak, they whisper. It reflects. It shows you your deepest resonance. They turn to you slowly. If you wish, you may approach. Your breath deepens instinctively. Your body grows warm. The sphere glows bright as though sensing your intention. You walk forward. Each step feels lighter, as though the ground is lifting your feet instead of holding them. When you reach the sphere, its glow envelopes you, wrapping your entire body in soft white warmth. It feels like entering a gentle cloud of light. Tender, supportive, completely safe. Your thoughts soften. Your memories drift together like slow-moving stars. And then, the light expands. It does not blind you. It reveals you. You see yourself standing in a wide field beneath a warm golden sky. The air is quiet. The ground beneath your feet is firm and soft. There is no weight, no expectation, no hurry. You feel whole. The vision shifts gently, showing you moving through life with calm clarity. Not perfect, not flawless, but balanced. Breathing instead of rushing, listening instead of fearing, flowing instead of resisting. The light grows warmer. You begin to see moments of compassion you've lived, times you offered help, times you survived hardship, times you kept going when the world felt heavy. The source is not judging you. It is reminding you of your strength, your softness, your resilience, your quiet. Wisdom. It reveals not what you lack, but what you already carried. A soft warmth spreads through your chest, like a gentle sunrise growing behind your ribs. When the light softens, you find yourself standing again in the chamber, the sphere pulsing gently before you. The elder approaches, their smile calm and full of knowing. You listened well, they whisper. You let the sources tell you the truth you already hold. You breathe slowly, deeply, feeling a softness settle inside your body like warm silk. The elder continues. The source gives no commands, no prophecies, no warnings. It only reveals the balance we forget when life becomes loud. You look around the chamber again. The mist glows faintly. The walls shimmer with pale blue waves of light. The sphere hums with steady warmth. Everything feels like one vast breath. The elder's robe glows faintly as they step closer. There is one last Placido visit, they say quietly. The place where the journey ends and begins again. The place where the Bretthoff Atlantis joins with the Bretthoff the world. They motion toward a hidden archway in the far side of the chamber. A tall, narrow passage filled with soft violet light, as gentle as dawn. It is time, they whisper, to walk to the shore of returning. You take a deep inhale, warm, slow, steady. Your entire body feels soft, heavy in a peaceful way, ready to drift into the final circle of Atlantis. You step toward the violet glow. The elder walks with you. Silent, reverent, calm. You feel the energy change again. More spacious, more tender, as though the city is preparing to reveal its final truth. You walk slowly into the soft violet shimmer, and the world grows warm, quiet, and full of promise. Take a slow, deep inhale. Let it fill your chest with warmth, and release it gently, letting your entire body soften as Atlantis rises around you one final time. You are stepping into the archway that glows with soft violet light, the entrance to the shore of returning. The elder walks quietly beside you, their presence warm and steady, moving with the calm certainty of someone who has made this journey countless times before. The air becomes cooler as you walk, but not cold. The coolness feels refreshing, like the breeze you feel when stepping outside at dusk, somewhere peaceful, somewhere familiar. The walls of the passageway fade from pale violet into soft indigo, then into deep midnight blue. They no longer look like stone. They look like pure sky, as if you are walking deeper and deeper into a twilight that never ends. A faint sound begins to echo through the corridor. The gentle, lapping rhythm of water touching a shore. Not a crashing wave, not a storm, only the slow, soothing breath of an endless ocean. The elder speaks in a whisper, their voice warm and light. You are walking to the beginning, to the place where journeys return to their first soft breath. The passage widens and suddenly you are standing at the edge of a breathtaking vista. A vast shoreline stretches before you, the sand glowing faintly with pale lavender light, soft, warm, sparkling like crushed crystal dust. The ocean is calm, smooth as glass, reflecting the stars in perfect mirrored clarity. It looks like a twin sky, a universe both above and below you. The horizon is a gentle line of gold and deep blue, merging like two breaths meeting in harmony. The elder steps onto the sand. You follow. The sand yields gently beneath your feet, warm and perfectly soft. It molds around your steps as if welcoming you, as if remembering you. This shore, the elder says, is where Atlanteans come meet the end of every path. Whether of learning or dreaming or searching, all journeys return to water. The sound of the waves fills your ears, slow, rhythmic, like the breath of a sleeping world. You walk together along the water's edge. The ocean glows softly with pale blue currents that move beneath the surface like slow-moving ribbons of light. Every few steps, the elder stops to let the silence settle around you. Atlantis is quiet here, peaceful, present. You feel lighter with every breath you take, as though the oceanus drawing away the last trace of tension from your body. After a long stretch of shoreline, the elder leads you toward a gently rising plateau made of smooth white stone that curves upward subtly and forms a perfect half-circle overlooking the luminous sea. This is a place of completion. The elder motions for you to sit at the center. You lower yourself slowly onto the warm stone that cradles your body with perfect support. Neither too firm nor too soft, just right. The ocean stretches endlessly before you, glowing beneath the twin sky. The elder sits nearby, facing the horizon. You have walked through the gardens, the memories, the visions, the breath, the source. You have listened. You have softened. You have learned to hear the quiet truths behind all things. They turn slightly toward you. But there is one last understanding, one last calm, that Atlantis gives before a traveler returns. They look out again at the soft horizon. In the end, all wisdom, all breath, all journeys come back to stillness, to the place where nothing must be done and nothing must be changed. They let the silence linger. Then, you are already enough. The words settle into you like warm sand. The waves roll gently onto the shore, slow and steady, aligned with your heartbeat. The elder speaks again, so softly that the waves nearly swallow their voice. The journey was never about arriving somewhere. It was about remembering the quiet rhythm you were always meant to carry. You inhale slowly, your chest opens, your eyes grow heavy. The elder rises and walks closer to the water. You follow, feeling the sand grow cooler near the lapping waves. The elder kneels at the water's edge and dips a hand into the glowing ocean. Light swirls outward in gentle rings. They motion for you to do the same. You kneel beside them, submerge your hand, and feel warmth flow from the water into your arm, your chest, your entire body. The elder smiles softly. This water remembers all things. It remembers the first breath off the city. It remembers the harmony learned. And it remembers you, your steps, your vision, your breath, your quiet. The water pulses faintly beneath your fingers, as if responding. You lift your hand, and a thin stream of glowing droplets falls back into the sea, each droplet sending a soft pulse-off light across the surface. The elder stands again. It is time, they say gently, to return. You walk with them back to the stone platform. The ocean glows silently behind you, peaceful and endless. The elder turns to you, their eyes warm, filled with infinite softness. Atlantis does not vanish, they say. It becomes part of your breath, part of your night, part of your quiet. A soft breeze touches your face, warm, calm, carrying the scent of glowing water. You will return whenever your heart is heavy. You will find using your stillness, I am your breath, I am your quiet. You close your eyes, letting the words drift into the deeper part of your mind. The ground beneath you feels weightless for a moment, as though the stone platform is dissolving under you into gentle warmth. Your breathing slows, deep, soft, steady. The elder's voice becomes faint. Sleep now, let the journey settle, let Atlantis cradle you. The world grows softer, lighter, distant. The ocean becomes a soft hum. The stars fade into warm mist. Your body sinks deeper into peace. You hear one last whisper. The calm you feel now is yours. Carry it with you beyond this dream. Your breath deepens. Your eyelids grow heavy. Your body drifts and drifts and drifts into warm, quiet, weightless sleep. Atlantis fades gently into the softest light, and you rest,